Happy to have you with us for this match. I'll be joined by Danny Nielsen today as we bring you what's a pretty big series here in San Rafael as we move forward. The fourth and fifth games of the second half here in San Rafael against the two top teams in the association in San Rafael and Sonoma, the two teams who played each other in the championship game of 2015 when Daniel Gonzalez walked off, and these are the two top teams in 2016 as well. As we move forward toward first pitch, we'll take a look at your Marin Lynx starting lineups. First off, for the Sonoma Stompers, 2-1 in the second half. They are 25-17 overall. Matt Hibbert will be the leadoff batter in center field. Yuki Yasuda, the two batter, will play second base. Derek Fox at third base will bat third. Joel Carranza, the DH, will be the cleanup hitter. Batting fifth is Daniel Baptista. He's at first. Chaz Meadows hitting sixth, the shortstop. Cody Bishop will follow him out in right field, with Mason Morioka batting eighth, and behind the dish, Mark Hurley will round out the lineup and play left field. Celson Polanco will be getting the start for the Pacifics. Polanco, the big right-hander, at 3-3 this season with a 4.1 ERA. Into his windup, he turns the back. First pitch on the way, and it misses inside. So first pitch at 7:08 p.m. and a 66-degree evening here in San Rafael. Beautiful night, wind gusting out toward left center field. As Polanco winds and fires, Hibbert takes the fastball, misses out. 2 balls, no strikes. Hibbert hitting .278 on the season, 1 homer, 11 RBIs, 2-0, and he takes the two-seamer inside. And a 3-0 count. And where Polanco wants to start, Hibbert has a lot of speed, has stolen 16 bags this year, 13 bags. Been caught just once, though. Polanco winds and he fires, and 3-0 right there for a strike. It's 3-1.
Polanco just pouring that fastball in, trying to get that first strike of the game out of the way.
Polanco working quickly. Here's the 3-1, and Hibbert swings a high fly ball left side. That one will slice foul and out of play. 3 balls, 2 strikes.
Hibbert found himself in a little bit of count leverage there in a 3-1 count. He was sitting on the fastball and got it from Polanco. A little early fouling it down the left field line, but I'd expect to see a challenge similar to the 3-1 count.
Oh, and Polanco has been good. It's because he's been able to get his fastball down in the zone in the beginning of the game. Payoff pitch, and Hibbert takes strike 3 call, the two-seamer. And that's the first strikeout of the game, 1 away. It'll bring up Yuki Yasuda.
And there was that fastball down in the zone. Good tilt coming off the hill from Polanco there. Big guy, 6'4" frame. When he gets on top of the baseball, he's going to put a good angle on it, make it very difficult for the hitters to pick up. He did just that to Hibbert.
Fastball in the high 80s to low 90s. Pairs it with a two-seamer, a slider, and a split finger. First pitch to Yasuda, and the fastball, outer half strike. 0-1. Yasuda leading the team with a .320 batting average, a pair of home runs, one of which came here in San Rafael. Also has 18 runs batted in. Polanco into the windup, 0-1. Yasuda swings and pops it up, out of play behind the plate. Quickly 0-2.
And after throwing 3 straight balls to start the game, Polanco's come back with 5 straight strikes. It's amazing what throwing that first one can do just to get the weight of the world off your shoulders.
Into the windup, Polanco. Here's the 0-2. And Yasuda takes, just low and in. Good sinking action on that pitch. It's 1-2.
Yeah, that looked to be the splitter there from Polanco. It's a tremendous pitch for him, can be very deceptive. Real good change of speeds.
Polanco into his windup. Here it is, 1-2. And Yasuda takes inside. It hits him on the back. Well, Polanco was trying to own the inside corner and found it just too far inside. So Yasuda, the first base runner of the game. Now Derek Fox.
Yeah, I think that one looked to be a splitter as well. Polanco kind of pushed it rather than get on top of it. And anytime you push it like that, the ball's going to have a lot of arm side run. And that time it just ran too far in and hit Yasuda. So
the middle infielders will move to double play depth. The defensive alignment brought to you by MarinLink.org. For the Pacifics, Johnny Bukakis is in left field with Zach Pace in center and Maikel Hova out in right. Mike McClellan at first base, Chase Tucker at second, Daniel Gonzalez the shortstop, and Jake Taylor at third with Ricky Gingras behind the plate. The runner fakes, and Fox swings a high fly ball deep right center. Back into his left is Pace, pulling up at the warning track, and he's there to make the catch. And there are 2 outs, so Fox gives it a ride, but will fall to 0 for 1 today.
Boy, he just missed that one. Sitting on a first pitch fastball, got a challenge from Polanco. He gave it a good ride, but Pace was able to track it down out there in right center.
Now, Fox does not have the biggest frame, but leads the team with 9 doubles this season. It'll bring up another dangerous hitter in Joel Carranza. Carranza at 309, 7 home runs, second on the team, 24 runs batted in, also second on the team. Interesting note for the Stompers is that Caleb Bryson is not in the lineup tonight, who leads the team in home runs and runs batted in, as well as walks. First pitch to Carranza, and the fastball misses low and away. 1 ball, no strikes. But Bryson has been struggling mightily. In fact, 0 for his last 10. So he's getting some time off right now as he figures things out. Just underway in game 1. Yasuda fakes and a breaking ball there for a strikeout or half. It's 1-1.
First slider we've seen from Polanco there, and it was a dandy. Nice tight little breaker. Caught Carranza off guard.
A lot of power from Carranza. Left-handed batting Daniel Baptista would be next as we'll check over to first base. Yasuda is back standing. Yuki with 5 steals and 8 tries this season.
Yeah, not tremendous speed over at first base, but you certainly got to keep him close. He'll steal a bag every now and then if you're sleeping on him.
With 2 outs, Polanco trying to get out unscathed. Here's a breaking ball to Carranza inside corner, and it's 1-2.
Don't forget, fans, this is anti-convention night. We've got
A nice pitch from Polanco there, and then the book on Carranza is you got to throw the breaking ball and get ahead, and just continue to bury him with breaking balls. You can't throw a fastball in on the hands, but he doesn't miss many. As another check over, Yasuda's back standing. Lots of power for Carranza. In 2014, set the single-season home run record in the league with 19. Only to see that erased by Matt Chavez's 30 last season. 1-2. Polanco to the plate. Swung on, grounded over at third. Taylor up with it easily. Will go the long way to first. It's in time. And Polanco, it's out of the first inning. So no runs, no hits. 1 man left after the hit batsman. In the middle of the first, it's a scoreless ball game. You're listening to the San Rafael Pacifics on the Pacifics Radio Network. Kids Day at the ballpark, 12:35 p.m. start. Kids 12 and under will be granted free admission to the game, and then post-game they will be invited to participate in a kids home run derby. Kids 5 to 12 invited to participate. So for tickets and more information on this and upcoming Pacifics homestands, please visit pacificsbaseball.com. It'll be Sean Conroy who gets the pearl for the Stompers today. Conroy at 4-1 this season with a 4.84 earned run average, 32 strikeouts to 15 walks. In 48 1/3 innings pitched, he's allowed 28 runs, 26 have been earned on 50 hits, although Conroy's been very good ever since that first start where he struggled in Vallejo. The Marin League starting lineup for the Pacifics, 2-1 in the second half, 23-19 overall. Zach Pace, the leadoff batter, is in center field. Chase Tucker behind him at second. Jake Taylor batting third at third base. Mike Elhova, Brent Gillespie, and Mike McClellan batting fourth, fifth, and sixth. And then the bottom of the lineup will be Daniel Gonzalez, Ricky Gingras, and then Johnny Bukakis. So the left-handed batting Pace will lead off. Pace hitting .230, 4 doubles, and 16 runs batted in. Had a good week last week, though. 5 hits and 18 trips with 5 walks, and was hit by 1 pitch. So his on-base percentage still better than .450 for the week. Overall, Pace's on-base percentage at .410, nearly 200 points higher than his average. Sean Conroy, the sidewinder, is into his windup, and the first pitch to Pace. And a fastball misses outside. It's a 1-0 count. Conroy, the reigning reliever of the year for the Pacific Association, converted into a starter. Did make a couple of starts last season. As the 1-0, and a fastball misses inside. 2 balls, no strikes. But this season serving exclusively out of the starting rotation. He's into his windup. Here it is, 2-0. And 2-seam fastball misses way outside. 3 balls and no strikes to Pace.
Pace doing what he does so often here, working the count. 38 walks on the season. As you mentioned, Vinny, that .410 on base percentage.
3-0, the fastball, inner half strike. And it's a 3-1 count. Fox played into the 6th hole at third and on the grass. Meadows is back at short. as the 3-1. And Pace takes outside, ball 4. So Pace has himself a leadoff walk here in the first inning. Just the 16th issued by Conroy in 48-plus innings this year. And now Chase Tucker.
Batting second for your Pacifics, second baseman, number
Tucker
6, Chase
is
Tucker.
leading the league with a .340 batting average. Has 8 doubles, a triple, 1 home run, and 19 runs batted in. One other game to keep a look on, and the Weaver's Coffee and Tea out-of-town scoreboard in Vallejo. The Admirals are playing host to the Diamonds. They lead 1-0, and they are in the top of the 3rd inning. Conroy will check over to first a couple of times. Pace is back easily both times. Pace had a big steal in Sunday's game. Gave the Pacifics their 2nd run of the game because he stole second as Tucker takes a fastball inside corner strike, and it's 0-1. And then Tucker was able to drive him home with a loudly hit ground ball single up the middle. Another check over. Pace is back standing. Now Pace has stolen 6 times this year. He's been caught just twice. Does not have a big lead right now, though. 0-1 the count. Here it is. And Tucker swings a line drive over Baptista. Slicing foul, though. And quickly 0-2. So Tucker barreled it up just late on it.
Yeah, Conroy jumping out to a quick 0-2 advantage here against Tucker. So important for a starter to get ahead in the count after you issue that initial walk to start off the game, which is how no starter is looking to begin their night.
And Conroy has had a couple of good starts back-to-back. 0-2 and a fastball high and tight hits Tucker in the middle of the bag. So Tucker is hit by the 7th pitch this season. Just short of Pace's 9. However, now the Pacifics, by virtue of a walk and a hit batsman, have 2 on and nobody out for the heart of their order.
And an important series of events here for the Pacifics. Sean Conroy showing some atypical wildness here. Important for the Pacifics to jump on him while he's vulnerable and up in the zone here in this first inning.
In his last start, Conroy went 6 2/3, allowed 4 runs on 6 hits, 1 walk, 2 strikeouts. As the first pitch to Taylor, and he checks his swing, leaves the fastball off the inside, and it's a 1-0 count. Prior to that, though, a gem, a 10-inning complete game effort, allowing 2 runs on 4 hits with 8 strikeouts and a pair of walks. Both of those starts against Pittsburgh, and he won both of them as well. 1-0, look at second, here it is. And Taylor checks his swing, leaves the breaking ball outside, off the glove of Morioka. Both runners will move up. It'll be a 2-0 count. When do you give that, wild pitch or pass ball?
I think that's a pass ball right there.
You were a pitcher, weren't you?
Must have been. Well, that's a huge 90-foot mistake there. Now the Pacifics are in business, 2nd and 3rd, nobody out for the 3, 4, 5 men in their order. Conroy has got to go into damage control here. Pitching for a strikeout or a pop-up. Infield's going to play back for the Stompers, though. They will concede the runs early in the game.
2-0. And Taylor swings a high pop-up right side of the infield. Yasuda coming over on the fringe of the grass. Backing up now, he makes the one-handed catch. And there's one away in the first. That's exactly what Jake Taylor was hoping not to do. But it'll bring up Michael Hova.
And if you're Conroy, you got to be feeling great about that. That pop-up, even better than a strikeout because he retires the 3-hitter on just 1 pitch in a 2-0 count, no less, in which Taylor had some count leverage. That'll bring Michael Hova up to the plate, trying to pick his teammate up.
Hova been trending up, 297, has 4 homers and 24 runs batted in. With Pace at 3rd, Tucker at 2nd. Takes a first pitch fastball, inside corner strike, and it's 0-1.
Conroy, the sidewinder, not going to blow you away with velocity, but he makes up for it with deception and movement.
Conroy into his windup. Here's the 0-1. And Hova swings a chopper over at 3rd. Pace is going to try and score. Fox over to field it. Gloves throws to first. It's in time. Pace scores. Tucker to 3rd. An RBI ground out for Hova. It's 1-0 San Rafael here in the first. Fear not the finger, foam fingers for the first couple hundred fans through the gates. It'll be followed up on Saturday with National Hot Dog Day, the Pacifics will be giving away Eat a Hot Dog and Watch Baseball t-shirts to the first 400 fans through the gates. And there'll also be a double play dog available for purchase, a Pacifics dog covered with mac and cheese and bacon. And then on Sunday, to cap it all off, the Pacifics team poster and trading cards set to the first 400 fans, presented by Bank of Marin and Double Rainbow Cafe. So for all the upcoming Pacifics promotions, please visit pacificsbaseball.com. Tickets still available for the entirety of the homestand. Baptista, Meadows, and Bishop will lead off for the Stompers here in the top of the second, 1-0. San Rafael is in the lead. Baptista from the left side, very accomplished hitter in this league. He's hitting .261 this season, couple of homers and 26 RBIs, but he's heated up big time. Takes a first pitch, two-seamer from Polanco, misses low. It's a 1-0 count. Just giving you perspective, Baptista is hitting .333 over the last week. Last time the Pacifics saw him, he was in the low 200s. 1-0, Baptista takes another fastball, also missing low. 2 balls and no strikes.
Yeah, Baptista, much better hitter than that average indicates. He was on the shelf for a little while earlier this year. It took him a little bit to find his groove again.
2-0 fastball right down the middle. No, 2 balls and 1 strike to Baptista. Taylor played way off the line at third. Almost where the shortstop would play. 2-1, and Baptista swings a dribbler right in front of the plate. Gingras fields it in the left-handed batter's box. It'll be foul. And a 3-1 count. Or 2-2 count.
Yeah, Taylor playing way off the line here. Pacifics employing a shift, as we so often see in Major League Baseball these days, with advanced analytics.
Not as common here in the Pacific Association, though. 2-2, and Baptista takes way outside. So the count will be filled up to him. Disciplined hitter, as he has drawn 10 walks this season. 3-2, and make that 11 walks. The fastball is low, so Polanco issues his first walk of the ball game. It'll bring up Chas Meadows.
Yeah, and that's a mistake from Polanco. Beginning a shutdown inning here, last thing you want to do is issue a free pass. He'll be pitching for the ground ball now, trying to initiate a twin killing here from the Stompers.
Meadows now, who's hitting .303 through his first 9 games, 10 hits and 33 trips, has a double, a triple, no home runs, 2 runs batted in. Right-handed batter, the rookie out of Concord. First pitch from Polanco, and a fastball misses high, 1-0. And a lot of this goes back to that conversation we were having in the first inning, Danny, where Polanco is a guy who wants to get his pitches down in the zone. And because of the downward tilt he has on almost everything, he'll get a lot of ground balls. But if you leave it up, guys will get a good piece of it at times. 1-0, and Meadows a big swing and a foul back and over the grandstand. It's 1-1.
If you leave it up, as that pitch was, Meadows took a good, healthy rip at it. Polanco's got to be careful here. If you're Gingras, you got to lock in with your pitcher, really emphasize the knee location. The knees, anything below it, live on the blacks of the plate.
Baptista held on by McClellan, the 1-1. And the breaking ball misses high. 2 balls, 1 strike. Infield, that double play depth for the Pacifics. Although Meadows has grounded into 2 this season. 2-1. Polanco to the plate, and a swing and a high fly ball carrying to left center. Back into his right is Pace. He stumbles and still makes the catch. And there are 2 away. Pace was drifting back as casual as could be, and then hit a divot out there and somehow able to keep his concentration. That was impressive.
Yeah, it looked like he got a spike caught or something out there on the dirt. Interesting, at Albert Park, center field is another infield actually, because you have a softball infield out in center field. So it's a little bit of a interesting terrain, not very common for outfielders. Pace is used to it, but it still looked like he got a spike caught out there. Took a bit of a stumble in center field.
If I'm not mistaken, that could have been on the hole where first base usually goes. First pitch to Cody Bishop, a fastball there for a strike, and it's 0-1. Bishop from the left side is hitting .214 through 9 games of action, has 1 double, 5 runs batted in, and 1 double play ball. Baptista away from first with 1 out. 1-0 Pacific's lead, and a splitter's in the dirt. Gets away from Gingras to his right and up the first baseline. Baptista will move up on the wild pitch, and it'll be a 1-1 count.
That's a tremendous read by Baptista there. He saw the downward plane of the ball early on in its flight path, saw it bounce, and though Gingras was able to keep it in front of him, Baptista saw that it skipped a little too far out in front, and he was able to scamper on to second base.
I think that one clanked off of Gingras' right leg guard. As Polanco to the plate, 1-1. The fastball misses very high. 2 balls and a strike. Leadoff walk to Baptista, now in scoring position, representing the potential tying run. Mason Morioka would be next. It was good speed for a catcher. Not the easiest double play candidate. 2-1, and Bishop a swing and a miss. Through the high fastball, it's 2-2.
Yeah, Bishop looked a little overmatched there. Wasn't sure if he was going to pull the trigger on the swing or not. He ended up electing to go for it, but it ended in a whiff for the six-man.
Lights illuminated here at Albert Park. Polanco to the dish 2-2, and Bishop swings a high fly ball, medium left. Bukakis drifting over to his right, playing the wind, reaches up with a couple hands, makes the catch. Baptista will retreat to second, 2 away for Mason Morioka. Morioka, right-handed batter at 283, has 4 homers and 20 runs batted in. Good year for the catcher to this point. He's been in 36 of the 42 games played by the Stompers.
Yeah, not your typical 8-man in the lineup numbers for Morioka. 283 average, hitting for a little bit of power. He's dangerous. Polanco has to be careful with him here.
Polanco, a long look at Baptista. Here it is, and a breaking ball in there for a strike. Polanco working backwards. It's 0-1.
Looks as if Polanco's aware of those good numbers. Typically, to the 8-hitter in a lineup, a pitcher will come in with a first pitch fastball, but Polanco knows how dangerous Morioka is. Elected to go with a nice little deuce to drop in.
0-1, a swing and a miss. Comes back with a high fastball. Morioka right through it. No balls and 2 strikes. That's a nice 1-2 combo. And the great thing about that is it opens it up for this third pitch.
That's right. Now you have 4 different chances to throw one good pitch here if you're Polanco.
0-2 with 2 outs. Here it is. Fastball swung on. A cue shot off the end of the bat, foul. Not entirely sure how he made contact with that one. That was off the plate inside, and he was well out in front of it.
Yeah, a little self-preservation going on there. Could be the case.
Typical reaction is to jump out of the way.
Not for Morioka. He's a catcher. He likes to stay in there. Tough guy.
Able to stay alive. 0-2. Baptista away from second. Wind gusting out toward left center field. As Polanco will look at second. And he deals. Swung on a high pop-up. Shallow left. Out goes Gonzalez. In comes Bukakis. Bukakis going to call him off. It falls right between him. A base hit. Baptista is going to come around and score. I think they lost that one in the sun. Remember, it's setting right behind the right side of the grandstand. I don't think Bukakis ever got a good sideline on that ball. So the Stompers tie it up. It's 1-1 here in the second inning.
Yeah, not sure what happened with that ball. Looked to be a little miscommunication. Both players, Gonzalez and Bukakis, kind of half-heartedly attempted to pursue the ball. Both very nonchalant with their body language. Not sure if neither of them picked it up or they both thought the other guy was going to try to catch it.
So the leadoff walk ends up coming back to bite the Pacifics. 1-1 tie as now Hurley will stand in. First pitch from Polanco, and Hurley swings and fouls it back. It's 0-1. Hurley hitting .248 this season, has 3 home runs, 15 runs batted in. Reigning Rookie of the Year in the Pacific Association. And a guy who turned it on just after the third point of the schedule last year. Has struggled of late, though, just went for his last 13. Fastball from Polanco, outside corner strike. And it's 0-2.
There's some anger behind that fastball with Polanco. He feels he should have been out of this inning, made the pitches to get out of this inning without allowing any runs.
Tough left field to play here when the sun is setting over, though. 0-2 and a breaking ball in the dirt. It's blocked by Gingras. And it's a 1-2 count.
Yeah, Albert Park, certainly not the easiest sun field. You got Shadows as a hitter to contend with. Left field, third baseman, shortstop are all right in the thick of the sun as it sets on the night.
1-2 count. Here it is. Checked his swing at the splitter in the dirt. Did he offer? And I don't believe they're even going to appeal. It'll be a 2-2 count. And I would say Hurley wasn't particularly close to swinging at that one. So Polanco trying to work out of it. 2-2 with 2 outs. A run already in. First hit of the ball game, by the way, was that bloop single by Morioka. Polanco at the chest. Here it is. The fastball misses high, so the count will be full. And with 2 outs, the runner at first will be on the move.
Polanco going to come into the zone here. Or at least, you know, that's what he's trying to do. The last thing he wants to do is issue a free pass, turn the lineup back over to the top with runners in scoring position.
3-2 count. Runner goes. The pitch is swung on and fouled back. Hurley stays alive. And it'll stay 3-2. High fastball there by Polanco.
Yeah, just a good old challenge fastball. Knows he can't walk him. Served it up there, said, here you go, big boy. Let's see how far you can hit it.
So a 3-2 count. Righty on righty. Hurley has the open stance. Hands out in front of the chest. Payoff pitch. Runner goes, and it's swung in line. Just off the glove of the leaping Gonzalez. It's into center, a base hit. Morioka is going to be waved around third. Here comes the throw from Gonzalez. Morioka slides, and he's in there without a tag. So an RBI single from Mark Hurley. Singles back-to-back. Morioka scoring all the way from first, and it's a 2-1 Stompers lead.
Yeah, kind of a bizarre play there. Hurley lined a shot up the middle. Gonzalez was able to get a glove on it, but Hurley hit it so hard, the ball still traveled a good distance out to left center. Pacifics were quick to get a relay in, but the relay throw from Gonzalez brought Gingras just up the line a little bit to first base, and Morioka was able to slide in safely.
And let's not forget, this was all precipitated by the fly ball in left field that Bukakis lost in the sun. And it's interesting because the Pacifics had the reverse happen to it in Pittsburgh. 2 times they hit fly balls that went over the light standards of Winter Chevrolet Stadium, and Diamond's outfielders lost them. They got a double from Chase Tucker and a double from McClellan out of it. 2 critical ones on Saturday night, and then here in the top of the second, they had Bukakis lose the ball in the sun, extended the inning, and then Hurley able to score him from first with a line drive single. And now Polanco was looking for a shutdown inning. The leadoff walk comes back to bite him, and now the shutdown inning is, well, not quite there.
No, it's not a shutdown inning anymore at this point. Interesting play there. So rare you see a man score from first base on a single, but that's just what happened with Morioka. Nick DeBar came out to the mound here these past moments. Going to talk to Polanco, sensing some frustration out of the big right-hander, and understandably so.
And Polanco deserved to be out of this inning. Hurley's away from first for Matt Hibbert. Hibbert struck out looking to begin the ball game. As Polanco deals, Hibbert squares, and it's inside, and I believe off the bat. Now that'll be a foul ball. I know they're saying it hit him on the hand, although they're going to say that he attempted the bunt. So Hibbert can't believe it. Because he still had the bat out there when it hit him on the hand, it counts as a swing and a foul ball.
That's right. Just because you get hit doesn't mean you get to run down to first base. If you still offer at the pitch, if your bat crosses home plate, it's a strike, and that's just what happened to Hibbert. Bit of tough luck from him. That looked like a kind of painful area, got hit in the lower side, but it's just strike 1 to him.
Now Takahashi Miyoshi is going to talk things out with Gary Rinkelmeyer. And again, the issue here is that Hibbert had squared and did not pull the bunt back before being hit by the pitch. Therefore, a swing.
Yeah, Hibbert protesting, but Gary Rinkelmeyer says, no, no, no. You're going to stand right back in there in the box. Go see some more pitches.
All right, now let's enjoy the rest of our evening.
So in an inning where a lot of the bounces have not gone the Pacific's way, one does go their way. As Polanco set 0-1, here it is, and a fastball, outer half strike. And he's ahead in the count, 0-2. Second time in the last 3 batters that Polanco's been ahead, 0-2 with 2 outs. In essence, 1 strike away from getting out of the inning.
Just needs to find that put-away pitch. Hasn't been able to do so yet.
A check over, and Hurley is back standing. Mark has stolen 5 bags this season. He's been caught twice. And Polanco trying to keep him close. A short lead for Hurley. And McClellan right on the bag with him. 0-2. Polanco to the plate, and the splitter's in the dirt, a block by Gingras, and a 1-2 count.
It'll be interesting to see what Polanco elects to come back with here. As I mentioned earlier, he's done a good job of getting to 2-strike counts, but he just hasn't found that kill pitch in order to get a hitter to swing over the top or fool them into taking a strike.
1-2, here it is. Fastball swung on and chopped foul, and it'll stay 1-2. And he could be trying to save the breaking ball for the third, fourth time through the order. Polanco's a guy with his size and his durability can give you a good 110, 120 pitches comfortably. And he's done so many times for the Pacific, so if you're a starting pitcher, you don't want to empty the kitchen sink the first or second time through the order. 1-2. Yuki Asuda waiting on deck. And now Hibbert will ask for time. Long inning for Celso Polanco here in the second. His pitch count is up to 45. He's at the chest. And the 1-2, runner goes. The pitch is swung on and missed. Strike 3. So Polanco does get the strikeout to end the frame, but the Stompers get a pair of runs on 2 hits, and they leave one more runner. In the middle of the second, 2-1, Sonoma's in the lead. You're listening to the San Rafael Pacifics on the Pacifics Radio Network. Start. Kids 12 and under will get in free of charge and will also be invited to participate in a post-game home run derby. So for tickets and more information on upcoming Pacific games, please visit pacificsbaseball.com. McClellan will lead off the last of the second. Gonzalez and Gingras to follow as the Pacifics will try and take back one of the runs the Stompers just scored in the top half of the second inning. On the flip side, Sean Connery will be looking for a shutdown frame. First pitch to McClellan, a breaking ball misses away. 1 ball and no strikes. The rookie McClellan coming in hitting .235, 4 hits and 17 trips, one of them a double. The 1-0 delivery, and he swings and misses. Over the breaking ball low, and it's 1-1. A lot of power from the right side from McClellan. As the 1-1. And inside with the fastball, hits him on the hip. So the third hit batsman of the game. And now a leadoff runner aboard for the second consecutive inning for the Pacifics, and Daniel Gonzalez will come up.
And if you're Conroy, you come out with some shaky control there in the first inning, surrender a run. You got to love what your offense did to answer that half inning, regaining the lead for you. But now he comes out, plunks the first man once again. We'll see if he can settle down here or not.
Gonzalez at .248 this season. Takes a first pitch fastball in there for his strike, and it's 0-1. Daniel also with 8 doubles, good for second on the team, and 20 runs batted in, including the critical game winner on Saturday as a check over to first. McClellan is back head first. Infield the double play depth, and Fox even with the bag at third. Conroy from the chest, the 0-1. Sidearm fastball swung on and lifted out into right field. Not deep though. Bishop racing over, and he's there underneath it to make the two-handed catch. And there's one away in the second inning. Looked like Bishop did not get a good read off the bat.
No, could be a result of the shadows that we were talking about earlier. Ball going from shadow to sun to shadow to sun back to shadow. That can make for an interesting flight path on a baseball, make it difficult for a right fielder to track here.
Gingras now at .275, 3 homers and 15 runs batted in. Left-handed batter does have power. Another check over. McClellan is back head first. One thing that Conroy does have is a very good move to first base. It's not something you'll see much of in this league, or guys who have a fantastic move. Conroy, certainly one of them. First pitch to Gingras and a fastball, outside corner strike, and it's 0-1. Conroy, a lot of deception because of his motion, and a tough area to pick up the ball where he releases it from that low 3/4 angle. Another check over, and McClellan back in plenty of time.
McClellan with no stolen base attempts on the year, but see why Conroy's keeping an eye on him over there at first base. He's 6'4", 240, but he moves well. He's a good athlete.
0-1, and Gingras swings a high pop up back behind the plate, and quickly 0-2. Conroy left a breaking ball over the plate that time. Gingras just well out in front of it.
Yeah, Conroy lucky to get away with that mistake there. See what he elects to come back with. Now 0-2. So many options here.
Conroy has what he wants and will step off. Working from the third base side of the rubber, which is part of what makes him so difficult on righties. His slider looks like it's coming right at you as a right-handed batter. Another check over, closer this time, but Baptista can't hold on to the ball. McClellan keeps inching off a little more off the bag after every pick over. Conroy set 0-2, here it is, and Gingras takes a breaking ball and it stays high. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Conroy varying the look there on Gingras. Came in with an over-the-top curveball. Threw it from a normal arm slot rather than that side-winding delivery he normally employs. That can throw off a hitter, especially if you're not looking for it.
1-2, and Gingras swings and misses, strike 3. Late on the fastball, first strikeout for Conroy of the night, and there are 2 away for Johnny Bukakis.
And for Conroy, even though he didn't throw a strike with that over-the-top delivery, it's just something to put in the back of the hitter's mind, you know, give him something else to think about, something else that they know they have to protect with against in 2 strikes. And sometimes thinking about all those extra things can make a hitter a little tardy on a fastball that's right there.
So now Bukakis, Johnny at 288, has 9 doubles, leads the team, 13 runs batted in. McClellan, who is hit by the 1-1 to begin the inning on first as Bukakis swings at the breaking ball, high drive, deep left. Over to his right, Hibbert still back there, and that one's going to bounce. He didn't see it. That's going to be there for a hit. McClellan's being waved around third. Here comes the relay from Meadows. McClellan slides, and he is out.
For your Pacific.
8-6-2. Great relay from Meadows at short, and McClellan just beat by the throw. And the tying run will not score for San Rafael. They get a chance, though. No runs, 1 hit. Nobody left to the top of the third, 2-1. The Stompers in the lead. You're listening to the San Rafael Pacifics here on the Pacifics Radio Network. Please visit pacificsbaseball.com. First pitch to Yasuda, fastball, outside corner strike, and it's 0-1. A big play to end that bottom of the second inning. Danny, I think it merits some mentioning. Cutting off McClellan at the plate. 0-1, and Yasuda swings a grounder up the middle, knocked down by Polanco. Plenty of time, he underhands to first. And there is 1 out on the 1-3 put out. Not sure how Polanco knocked that one down. Looked like he just stabbed the glove down.
Yeah, nice play from Polanco there. But going back to the last half inning with that fly ball out to left center, seeing a result of the sun once again, Mark Hurley, a left fielder, broke in on that ball. Super routine fly ball out to left center. Just drops in there, and for Bukakis for a double. Stompers use a nice relay, though, to cut McClellan down at the plate.
First pitch to Fox. The switch hitter batting left is taken for a strike, 0-1. Fox flew out to the wall in right center field in his only other trip today. 0-1, and he swings and fouls it back. Polanco took something off, and it's 0-2. And what's so important about that play is the momentum that it creates. It keeps the tying run from scoring. It keeps Bukakis off of second, and it keeps the Pacifics from turning the lineup over as Fox swings and drives one down the right field line, slicing into the corner. That's a fair ball at a 1-hop. No, a foul. Just landing in foul territory, and it'll stay 0-2. Well, from here it looked like it bounced fair, but
yeah, we have a tough angle here up the first base line on that ball. But yeah, you're talking about that momentum that could have been during the last inning. I mean, you saw in the top half of the second inning, the Stompers were able to take the lead thanks to the sun. The Pacifics then had an opportunity to tie it up thanks to the sun, but the Stompers were ready.
0-2, and Fox takes a fastball outside, and 1 ball, 2 strikes the count. Taylor way off the line at third, and a shift for Fox as Polanco winds and fires. And Fox swings and fouls it back and over the grandstand. 1-2, it'll stay to him.
Second time we've seen that quick pitch from Polanco that he so often uses. rather than electing to go with the high leg kick out of the windup, will just kind of lunge at the hitter and surprise them.
Here's Polanco, 1-2, and Fox takes a fastball outside. 2 balls, 2 strikes. 2-1 Stompers lead. They got both of their runs in the second inning. Polanco hoping for a shutdown frame now. Keep it just a 1-run deficit. Here's the 2-2 pitch, and Fox takes, just missing outside. Nice pitch from Polanco, and it's a 3-2 count.
Yeah, his ball is running a tremendous amount here. So much sink on it. It's just a matter of starting it kind of down the middle of the plate and letting that natural movement run to the third base side.
3-2 pitch to Fox, and he swings and pops it up left side of the infield. Gonzalez drifting back right in front of the grass, reaches up, makes the catch with one hand, and there are 2 away for Joel Carranza. So Polanco wins the battle in an 8-pitch at bat, and now the base is empty for the very dangerous Carranza, who grounded out to third to end the first inning.
Yeah, good job by Polanco coming in there on a 3-2 count. Knew he didn't want to walk him. Challenged Fox, and he got the better of him.
Carranza, a lot of power from the right side. As Polanco into the windup, turns his back, first pitch, and Carranza swings and fouls it back, and it's 0-1. On the Weaver's Coffee and Tea out-of-town scoreboard, Pittsburgh has roared back. They're in the last of the fourth in Vallejo as Carranza takes the 0-1 splitter in the dirt, and it's 1-1. The Diamonds hold a 3-1 lead as they go to the top half of the fifth inning. Remember, entering play today, the Pacifics and Stompers tied in first with a 2-1 record. The Diamonds and the Admirals tied for second at 1-2. Here's the 1-1. And Carranza swings a high drive, left field and deep. Back is Bakakis to his left at the track. The wall that falls right in front of the wall for a base hit. Carranza's heading for 2. Bakakis' throw will be cut off. So Joel Carranza just misses a home run. He has a 2-out double, and he's in scoring position for Daniel Baptista.
Yeah, a couple things on that play there, Vinny. Carranza didn't really seem like he got that one at all. It seemed like a lazy fly ball off the bat. But then if you look at the flag out in left center, it is absolutely ripping out to left center, blowing straight out. Carranza hit that ball so high, he just got it up into the jet stream out there. Ball kept carrying and carrying until it eventually landed off the wall.
So now Baptista, who walked to begin the second inning, later came around to score. Had some bizarre plays in the outfield already tonight. Just 2 outs in the third as Baptista takes a fastball that misses low. It's a 1-0 count. Both of Polanco's runs are earned, although you could argue that he doesn't deserve them tonight. The 1-0, and Baptista swings and fouls it back, and it's a 1-1 count.
So goes the life of a pitcher, whether the runs are deserved or not. That could be the DERA, the DRA.
Deserved runs allowed.
Exactly.
Carranza from second, not the fleetest of foot. Could score on a single, though. Polanco the high set, and Baptista swings and fouls it back and over again. So Polanco once again and ahead in another count. 1-2.
Big pitch from Polanco coming up here, trying to strand Carranza at second base. An RBI here from Baptista would be just such a crushing blow to the Pacifics. Important for Polanco to get him out here and preserve any momentum that the Pacifics still have on their side.
Baptista choked up on the bat with 2 strikes. Then Polanco deals 1-2 and a fastball, tails high and away. 2 balls and 2 strikes.
Gingras did a good job to corral that one. Polanco got a wild hair up his nose, threw that one into the right-handed batter's box, and Gingras was able to snag a glove out there and snare it.
63 pitches for Celso Polanco now with 2 outs in the third. Number he was hoping to be tonight. 2-2, and he deals. And he waves. Did he go through? Yes, he did, says Gary Rinkelmeyer. Strike 3, and the side retired here in the third. So a hit and a man left. Through 2.5 is a 2-1 Sonoma lead. You're listening to the San Rafael Pacifics on the Pacifics Radio Network. 400 fans through the gates will get an Eat a Hot Dog and Watch Baseball t-shirt, courtesy of United Markets. And then there will be double plate dogs available for purchase. That's a hot dog covered with macaroni and cheese and bacon, a hot dog eating contest in between innings, and more as we celebrate all our love of hot dogs and baseball. So for tickets and more information on this and every upcoming Pacifics homestand, please visit PacificsBaseball.com. Top of the order for the Pacifics in the last of the third. They're trailing the Stompers 2-1. Benny Longo with Danny Nielsen. Thank you so much for joining us tonight. First game of this 3-game series as Conroy into his windup. First pitch to Pace. And a fastball misses in tight. It's a 1-0 count. Pace drew a walk and then scored in the first inning. As Conroy working quickly. Here's the 1-0. And Pace takes a breaking ball, strike outer half, and it's 1-1.
Good pitch from Conroy there, finding the zone once again.
Fox way off the line at third. That's the 1-1 pitch. And Pace with a fastball just missing inside. Close pitch from Conroy, though. It's 2-1.
Yeah, not sure that one did miss, but Morioka was set up on the opposite side of the plate, had to reach back over trying to frame it. Gary Rinkelmeyer said, no, that is not a strike.
2-1, here's Conroy. And a fastball misses high and away. 3 balls, 1 strike. And that's all the art of catching, is not only catching it, but making it look like a strike. In fact, as the 3-1 pitch, and Pace takes a breaking ball right there for a strike. It's 3-2. His job using the breaking ball, 3-1. But when many catchers are taught, the first thing they're taught is that your job is to make the pitcher better. 3-2. And Pace takes low and away. Second walk of the day for Zach Pace. Third consecutive inning where the Pacifics have had the leadoff man on. It'll bring up Chase Tucker. And it's not your job to catch the ball. It's not your job to block the ball. It's not your job to throw out runners. Your job is to make the pitcher look better. And that includes presenting the pitch.
That's right. Framing such a key part to any catcher's game. Talk about deception on the part of pitchers, but catchers employ deception as well, trying to make pitches that aren't strikes look like them to the umpires.
As Conroy will check over and Pace is back standing. Chase Tucker will stand in. Was hit with an 0-2 count last time and was stranded at third. First pitch from Conroy and a swing and a chopper toward the hole. Meadows over to his right, up with it. To second one, Yasuda to first, not nearly in time. Tucker beats it out. A good slide by Zach Pace into second base, help breaking up that potential double play. So now 1 on and 1 out for Jake Taylor.
Yeah, real nice slide from Pace there. Nothing dirty about it, just good hard baseball. Bringing some heat into Yuki Yasuda, who wasn't able to get a lot of mustard on that throwback to first base, and Tucker, with some good speed, was able to leg it out.
Taylor popped out to second. There's another check over. That one gets away from Baptista. Tucker's going to try as the ball gets up the line. Baptista will throw off balance, nearly goes wild, but Tucker's going to be in safely. Boy, bizarre check over. Baptista has had trouble with a couple of throws over from Conroy tonight. That one just squirted away from him.
Yeah, and that was another mistake by Baptista, throwing that ball to second base. It was very obvious that Tucker was going to get there. As an infielder, anytime a play is that clear, you're taught to just eat it, not throw the baseball.
So now runner in scoring position. No count to Taylor. Here's the first pitch, and he takes a breaking ball, inner half strike, and it's 0-1.
Frisbee breaking ball from Conroy there. Started it at the front hip of Taylor, led the movement, break right back in over the plate for strike 1.
Tucker with good speed at second base. Yasuda hovering by the bag. Tucker fakes the 0-1, breaking ball, half-hearted swing by Taylor, does go through, and it's 0-2.
Conroy using the overhand breaking ball again, completely broke Taylor down. He's going to take a walk around the box. Anytime you take a swing like that as a hitter, you start talking to yourself a little bit.
1-2. Tucker at second with 1 out. Here it is, and Taylor takes outside with the heater. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Righty on righty, Conroy at the chest. A look back at Tucker. He's way off the bag now. Continues to dance. He goes. The pitch is a breaking ball taken outside. There's no throw down to third. Morioka fakes as Tucker got a fantastic jump. And he's into third with a stolen base. And a 2-2 count to Taylor.
Tucker with his 10th stolen base of the season there.
Stolen base number 10.
Conroy not paying much mind to him at second base. Tucker had an enormous initial lead. Then once Conroy broke to home plate, Tucker took off for third base, was able to steal it without a throw.
So the 2-2, and Taylor swings and misses, strike 3. Another breaking ball from Conroy. Taylor way out in front. Big strikeout from Sean Conroy. Now Hova will need a hit to bring home Tucker with 2 outs.
Yeah, Taylor just didn't seem too comfortable at any point in that at-bat. Got softballed to death a little bit by Conroy. He just kept on coming back with one breaking ball after another until he eventually got his man.
Hova, who drove home the only other run of the game, with a chopped grounder to third. Tucker, the tying run at third base. First pitch to Hova, and a fastball misses low. 1 ball, no strikes. Right-handed batter is Hova, the 1-0. Breaking ball swung on, grounded down the third base line. To his right is Fox. He's up with it. Strong throw across is in time. And the Pacifics are out here in the third inning. So no runs, no hits, an error. And 1 man left. We're through 3. The Stompers leading 2-1. You're listening to the Centerfeld Pacifics here on the Pacifics Radio Network. In the Admirals, 1:05 start time, and it's team poster and trading card giveaway day to the first 400 fans through the gates, presented by Bank of Marin and Double Rainbow Cafe. A great new presentation of the trading card set. It has the team poster on top of it with a foldable set of cards. It should be an exciting one. So for tickets and more information on that promotion, please visit PacificSbaseball.com. And now over to the play-by-play, Danny Nielsen.
Thank you very much, Vinny. 2-1 Sonoma leads here in the top half of the 4th inning. We'll see the 6, 7, 8 men in their lineup here. Team poster and trading cards. I'm going to get me mine. I don't know about you, but I want that. It's going right up on the wall in the room.
That's a pretty cool design. It's a perforated, kind of thick, thin cardboard design. And the team poster detaches from the card, so it's actually 2 separate things, and every card is hand designed. I guess you could put it that way. I had nothing to do with that design.
Collector's edition. First pitch here to Meadows is a fastball in there for a strike. Meadows is 0 for 1 on the day. He flew out to center field in his first at-bat. Polanco looking in for the sign. He kicks and delivers. And it is in there for a strike 2, another good hearty fastball. Looked as if Meadows was taken all the way or maybe sitting something off speed there.
Polanco delivered a fastball, good location on the inside.
The 0-2 delivery is swung on and fouled off down the third baseline by Meadows to keep the count at 0-2.
Now Polanco has Meadows guessing right now. That good breaking ball following up the fastball. And it has Meadows wondering what's going to come next. And because it's 0-2, Polanco can go anywhere. Slow up and away or fast high and in.
The 0-2 delivery is swung on and waved out in front of home plate, trickling down the first base line to keep the count at 0-2. A good pitch down in the zone from Polanco there.
Yeah, it looked like he came away with a splitter that time, and it was just so slow. Looked like a changeup out of the, looked like a fastball out of the hand with changeup action, and he had Meadows way out in front of it.
So the count remains at 0-2. Quick pitch from Polanco is a fastball, very high in the zone, 1-2.
One thing we noticed this year is that when Polanco does go to that quick pitch, the pitch is often up in the zone. And whether it's a result of him not finishing.
The 1-2 delivery is swung on and missed. Meadows tried to check his swing, but was unable to hold up. That'll be the third strikeout of the night for Salson, the fourth strikeout of the night for Salson Polanco, 1 away here in the top of the 4th.
Polanco has everything working tonight, and outside of that fly ball that Johnny Bukakis lost in the sun, Polanco would have a scoreless game, and it appears as if Kyle Adey has actually taken over out in left field.
First pitch now to Cody Bishop is a ball outside, 1-0. Bishop is 0 for 1 on the day. Flew out to left field back in the 2nd inning. The 1-0 delivery from Polanco is fouled off down the third baseline to even the count at 1-1.
And it looks as if Adey has come in for Bukakis. You got to hope that's not injury related.
1-1 delivery from Polanco. It's a fastball down in the zone below the knees. 2-1 now, the count to Bishop. Polanco kicks and delivers, and it is swung on and fouled off once again by Bishop. 2-2 the count now. Essentially out of the sun here at Albert Park. Have a little bit of sunlight still on the face of Daniel Gonzalez at shortstop, but other than that, the entire field is engulfed in shade. The 2-2 delivery is swung on and bounced slowly to second base. On races Tucker. He bobbles it. Polanco tries to recover that bobble, but is unable to do so. And so it'll be an infield hit for Cody Bishop. Tough play for Chase Tucker there.
Yeah, if you're Chase Tucker, that's a do or die. Either you get the quick transition and a fast underhand to first because Bishop moves very well, or what happens there will end up happening. It kicks off the heel of your glove. You're trying to do too many things at once. That's a play that even at higher levels, second baseman would have trouble with. Very difficult.
Yeah, it's called do or die for a reason. You either get the out or you die trying. Tucker died trying there. So with one out and a runner at first base, that'll bring Mason Morioka up to the plate. First pitch to him is an excellent fastball from Polanco, located down around the knees on the outer half of the plate, 0-1.
That's where you need to start if you're Polanco. He hasn't thrown too many first pitch fastballs. He's been varying the looks of the plate. But if you are going to throw a first pitch fastball to a guy whose main power alley is to left, get it down, get it on the outside.
Check over at first base to keep Bishop close. He's in sliding. Wind has shifted directions a little bit, blowing straight out to left field now. Back out to left center. 0-1 delivery is a good breaking ball from Polanco, but he's going to miss down and away with that, 1-1.
And what that flag is telling you right now is that the wind is swirling at Albert Park. The marine layer is starting to come in as the sun sets, so the ball's not going to travel as well. It's still predominantly going out, but you're going to see it wreak some havoc on high pop-ups.
1-1 delivery is a fastball. High and tight, now 2-1 the count to Morioka.
And you got to keep an eye on Polanco's pitch count. Remember, was north of 50 through 3 innings, and now is at 78, and he has one out here in the fourth.
Two-one offering is swung on. A hit and run was in play. Taylor's going to charge it, cut off across the diamond, and throw wildly to first base. Gets away from McClellan. Around second goes Bishop. He will put the brakes on at third. Morioka into second base. And now the Stompers find themselves in business here with one out in the top of the fourth inning with runners at second and third.
Well, that'll be the second consecutive infield single, then a throwing error on Jake Taylor, who, hey, if that throw had been accurate, would have been a spectacular play. But he just yanked it wide of first, and I'm not sure if that's a play where you want to hold up because you want to try and get that out of first. You want to try and get that second out of the inning. But now a double play is out of order. You have the 9-hitter up. This is a strikeout situation for Celso Polanco in a one-run ball game.
Yeah, Taylor made the right play there, electing to go for the out. It's just a little bit of an errant throw over to first base. That'll bring Mark Hurley to the plate, the 9-man in the Stompers order. First pitch to him is inside, 1-0. Hurley is 1 for 1 today. He worked himself a nice long at-bat back in the second inning before hitting a single. 1-0 delivery is a splitter or something, a sinker with a lot of movement on the inner half of the plate to knot the count up at 1-1.
And Polanco has not shown the breaking ball much tonight, but he needed one there. He needed to get even in the count and not use the fastball again.
1-1 pitch is half-heartedly swung at by Hurley. He looked fooled, 1-2.
Yeah, that was the splitter. Coming back, breaking ball, then you come in with the splitter, and that truly opens up his repertoire. You can go inside high with the fastball. You can also come out low and away with a soft breaking ball again, try and get it below the zone. Remember, Polanco pitching for the strikeout here. He's hoping to get an out without moving those runners up.
That's right. Pacific's playing with the infield back, electing to sacrifice the run if Hurley does indeed put it in play on the ground. The 1-2 offering from Polanco ties up Hurley in knots, who went around, and that is just the pitch out, the strikeout Celso Polanco was pitching for, his 5th on the night, and now there are 2 outs here in the 4th.
Polanco has proven that he can be a big-time pitcher, and that is exactly why. He needed that strikeout. and he carved up Mark Hurley there. Couple breaking balls, comes in with the fastball in the hands, some run back to his hands. It looks so much like a strike until the very last second, kind of like you see on breaking balls that guys fish for. Now he just needs an out from Matt Hibbert. Never an easy thing, though. Hibbert is a Pacific's killer.
Yeah, Hurley tried to check his swing on that last one. His wrists are going to be hurting tomorrow. First pitch to Hibbert. It's down in the zone. A nice block from Gingras to keep the ball in front of him, 1-0. Hibbert looking for a little bit of success tonight. He's 0 for 2 with 2 punch-outs. Hasn't put the ball in play yet.
But Hibbert, entering play today, has struck out 29 times in 115 at-bats.
That's a high number. 1-0 pitch is a fastball. Up and away now. 2-0 goes the count.
You can pitch around Hibbert if you want, who again has a history of doing damage to the Pacifics. But you'd load the bases for Yuki Yasuda, who coming into today led the team in average, and has been a clutch hit over the last couple of years for Sonoma.
2-0 pitch from Polanco is swung on a big, healthy hack from Hibbert, and it's fouled out of play, 2-1.
And I think that pitch was deciding what they were going to do with Hibbert for the next one. If you come in with a strike and you get him to foul it off, you can go after him. If Polanco had missed with it, you might have thrown something 3-0, not a challenge pitch, and just gone after Yasuda. But now they're back into it. You have a variety of options. The breaking ball has been working for Polanco here in the inning. I wouldn't be surprised if he went to it.
2-1 offering from Polanco is a breaking ball. You were right, Vinny, but it misses high. 3-1 now goes the count.
And right idea, and Polanco just didn't quite finish it enough and left it up. So now you're in a situation where you either come up with something, a challenge fastball, or again, you can pitch around him. You can throw a splitter, throw a breaking ball, see what he does with it. More likely to get a ground ball that way.
3-1 delivery is a fastball down in the zone, and Polanco walks him. That'll bring Yuki Yasuda to the plate.
Not the end of the world issuing the walk there. You don't like 2-out walks. It sets up an out at any base, though. To another guy who has not seen the ball really well out of Polanco's hand today. Granted, he's seen just 6 pitches and 2 at-bats, but his last piece of contact was not hard, a ground ball back to the mound. So this is a situation we were talking about do or die earlier in this inning. It's a 1-run ball game, 2-1 stompers. You have 2 outs. But this is a situation where Polanco needs to get the out. He needs to keep it just a 1-run deficit.
Polanco has his sign and is set. First pitch to Yasuda is swung on and grounded to Taylor. He stopped, he dives, he throws across the infield, and he gets Yasuda at first base on a tremendous play by Drake Taylor. So, to end the top of the 4th inning, the Stompers strand 3 men without scoring and still lead it 2-1. You're listening right here on the Pacific's Radio Network. Last half of the 4th inning. Stompers lead it 2-1 here as the Pacifics will send Gillespie, McClellan, and Gonzalez to the plate. The Pacifics might have gotten away with a break there at the end of that inning.
Oh, it's a tough call for Ron Adams. He's the base umpire. He's halfway across the diamond. It was a spectacular play by Taylor. And you talk about momentum swings in a baseball game. You can put an exclamation mark on the end of that inning because it took away a hit, it took away a run. It gave the Pacifics some momentum, which they've lacked today. They got a couple of base runners on to start the 1st inning. They were only able to get 1 in.
First pitch to Gillespie. It's taken for a ball down low, 1-0.
So now if you're the Pacifics, you need to capitalize on that. This is a situation where you were just stranded, the bases loaded. You need to get a run here. Tie this game up.
1-0 offering from Conroy is swung on and popped up down the left field line. Chasing it is Meadows, but it will be Hurley who calls him off and puts it away for the 1st out of the inning.
That kind of no man's ground out there in shallow left. Meadows is a good defensive shortstop, one of the big reasons why he was brought in to play for Sonoma. Hurley's also a good defensive left fielder, and they both got a good read on it. Remember, the sunlight is not there. In fact, a gorgeous night here in San Rafael with a nice rainbow-colored sky over the left center field wall at twilight, but it's not so hard to pick up the ball for the left fielder anymore.
That's right, a similar ball that we saw in the 2nd inning to play the Stompers' first run. First pitch to Mike McClellan is swung on and lined down the left field line, but it is just foul, rules Gary Wrinklemeyer. McClellan missed a double by a couple inches there.
And McClellan very close to a double there, but I think Wrinklemeyer had the right call. And if he didn't, the umpiring crew will give it, and they will take it away. They got the call to the Pacifics to end the inning, and that one went the Stompers' way. It's the game of baseball.
The 0-1 delivery is in nearly the same result as McClellan takes an over-the-top breaking ball from Conroy and hits another ground ball down the third base line, just foul once again.
I don't think he's being fooled by that right now. Both of those ground balls are well struck, and you can see Fox has made an adjustment. He's now playing down the line at third, guarding against it.
0-2 delivery. It's a breaking ball outside, 1-2. Yeah, if Fox were any closer to the line, he might be on top of it.
So a big gap for McClellan in the 6-hole, and then up the middle as Meadows a couple of steps to his right.
Conroy's delivery is swung on. A good rip from McClellan, who fouls it straight back to keep the count 1-2.
And he was sitting on that heater big time. Shaw was 1-2. Conroy thrown him a couple breaking balls. What Conroy has not shown yet is the overhand fastball, which is something you need to pair with that overhand breaking ball so that hitters don't know what's coming when you go there.
1-2 delivery. McClellan's a bit out in front of it, but he's able to get a piece and foul it off over the backstand, the grandstand here at Albert Park. Count remains 1-2. The Stompers lead here in the last half of the fourth inning. One-two pitch is swung on and lined out to left field for a base hit from McClellan. That was a nice piece of hitting and a good at-bat as McClellan takes a big aggressive turnaround first base. He's going hard. Plays the game 110%.
You might say he plays the game Pete Rose, the way Pete Rose meant it to be played, but that was another hit. All of his hits have been almost identical. Line drive shots through the 6-hole. That one, I think if he got under it, actually had the exit velocity to get out of here, but he top spun it. So it had sharp downward action as it got out. That's perfect for a base hit. And the Pacifics needed a base runner. Now it's up to the bottom of the order to bring him around.
Conroy with another good quick pickoff move to first base, keeping McClellan close. Gonzalez is 0 for 1 tonight. He flew out to right field back in the second inning. First pitch to Gonzalez is a fastball in at the belt for a strike, 0-1. Gonzalez came into today's action hitting .248. He's got 20 RBIs on the season, though. It tells you he's clutch. Another pickoff by Conroy is wild and goes down the right field line. McClellan will scoot into second base, and that is the second pickoff attempt that the Stompers' right-hander has aired, allowing the Pacifics to advance 90 feet.
Now, last time the Pacifics failed to take advantage of the errant pickoff by Conroy. This time, well, you'd hope that they can do that. You're not gifted this many opportunities often, especially by a guy with a pickoff move that is as good as Sean Conroy's.
Yeah, the Pacifics have certainly had their opportunities and their gifts from the Pacifics. Conroy was early to begin, or was wild early on, to begin the game, hitting a couple batters, walking a few more. This from a guy who normally has great command of the strike zone. Pitch to Gonzalez is swung on, hit out to shortstop. Meadows is going to go to third, and McClellan will beat the throw, diving into third base safely. Pacifics now have first and third, and only one out.
Well, McClellan very close to making a base running mistake there, but just able to get in front of the tag. Now the Pacifics are set up. Tying runners at third base, and I'd be shocked. Yeah, there comes Takahashi Miyoshi. That's going to draw an argument.
Yeah, Pacifics might have caught another break on that one. McClellan committing the cardinal sin in base running of trying to go to third from second base on a ground ball to the left side of the infield. Meadows had the whole play right in front of him, saw it the whole way, very alertly fielded the ground ball smoothly and flipped on to Fox at third base, who put the tag down. It looked as if it was just in time, but Ron Adams saw it differently And now the Pacifics have first and third for Ricky Gingras.
And the training staff, Jesse Mazza, is going to head out and check on Mike McClellan. And he may have knocked the wind out of himself on that slide. He went in head first very hard. And the argument from Takahashi Miyoshi is over, but that was one of the most heated I've ever seen Yoshi ever. He's usually very calm and collected, very good decision maker, and he's done well as a Stompers manager over the last season and a half now. But 2 of the last 4 plays have not gone his way on plays that I think you can make an argument that his team may have not gotten the benefit of the calls there.
That'll put some gray hairs on a manager's head, that's for sure. Looks as if McClellan either, I don't know if he wears contacts, he might have some dirt in his eye, maybe a contact got flipped over. Jesse Mazda brought some saline solution out to third base, dropped it in the big first baseman's eye, and now McClellan is ready to go.
And while we have a game break, we'll take a look on the Weavers Coffee and Tea out-of-town scoreboard. A 3-1 lead for the Diamonds still. They're in the top of the 7th inning over at Wilson Park, as they hope to come back and take a game after the Pacifics beat them in the final 2 games of this last weekend's action.
So now Ricky Gingras, as Conroy checks on Gonzalez over at first base. Ricky Gingras, who has 15 RBIs on the season, is going to be looking for a few more here with men aboard and just 1 out. Runner at third. Less than 2 outs, RBI situation for the Pacific's catcher. The first pitch is swung on and lofted down the left field line. Out of play, foul, 0-1.
Gingras is hoping to get one in the air here. McClellan is not the fleetest of foot over at third base. However, Gingras does have the pop to get it at least medium deep. But Conray's going to be pitching for the exact opposite. He wants a ground ball here. You're going to see a lot of pitches down in the zone and breaking balls because Gingras is a double play candidate.
0-1 delivery is an over-the-top pitch from Conroy, which Gingras fouls straight back. 0-2. That looked to be the fastball on the over-the-top delivery.
That's a good movement on it, and also a different drive to the plate with Conroy's front leg as well. And it just gives a different look every time.
Wind continues to gust out to left center. The 0-2 delivery from Conroy is swung on and fouled off. Gingras did a good job of fighting a tough delivery. Did a good job of fighting that pitch off.
I think that was a situation where Gingras saw a pitch. It was over the outer half, and it was a breaking ball. Wasn't guessing it, but he thought it was too close to take. So he decided, I better swing and foul it off and keep this at-bat alive.
0-2. A shot up the middle by Ricky Gingras for an RBI will tie the game as Gonzalez takes a big turn around second base. Now he's going to go to third base as there was a bobble out in center field by Hibbert, allowing Gonzalez to advance. Boy, Gingras smoked that ball up the middle, didn't he?
Yeah, he did. That was a pitch that Conroy would like to have back. Down the heart of the plate, not a lot on it. Gingras with a big hit. He had one the other night in Pittsburgh and gets one here tonight. And Matt Hibbert, though he has not been credited with an error yet, that should go down as his 2nd error of the season. It would be just his 9th of his professional career. Should it be credited to him? But that was a situation Gonzalez was going to hold at second, and then Hibbert just booted it. And again, that's not something that happens often to him.
Yeah, Gonzalez was completely stopped at second base once he saw Hibbert charging the ball as aggressively as he was, but then elected to take third. Yeah, Conroy made a 0-2 mistake there, left a fastball up in the zone. Gingras was ready, and he did not miss it, hammering it right up the middle. Looked almost as if it was through the legs of Conroy, back through the wickets. And now the Pacifics will be in the same situation they had when Gingras was at the plate, 1st and 3rd and 1 out. And that'll bring Kyle Adey to the plate. Adey hasn't had an at-bat yet today. He's filling in for Johnny Bukakis, who left the game back in the top of the 4th inning. Not sure if it's an injury or what's going on with Bukakis, but Adey finds himself in the game nonetheless. The first pitch to Adey is a fastball on the outer half. Great location from Conroy, 0-1. Adey standing wide open. Slight waggle to the bat. The 0-1 delivery is a pitch on the inner half. And Morioka has to reach back across his body for, and it's a ball, 1-1.
Still just one out. The Pacifics hoping to take over and take advantage of the fact that Gonzalez was able to move to third on the mistake.
Gonzalez standing at third with less than 2 outs. 80 looking for a ball he can elevate into the air, producing a sac fly. Pitch to 80 is swung on and grounded back to Conroy, who's going to field and throw on to first base. However, it was up the first base line and allowed Gonzalez to score, as well as Gingras to advance to second base. And with that, the Pacifics take a 3-2 lead here in the bottom half of the 4th inning.
Good job by 80. Knew that he had to bring the run home somehow. That's not the situation he had ideally in his head there, but with his speed, it makes Conroy have a decision. Do you go home or do you get the sure out at first base? And he decided, at this early in the ballgame, might get the out. However, the Pacifics have retaken the lead, and Conroy's not out of the woods yet. Runner on second for him.
Zach Pace at the plate. First pitch to Pace is a check swing that he went around on. 0-1. Pace is 0 for 0 today. He's drawn 2 walks, 1 in the first and 1 in the third. Also scored the Pacific's first run. Conroy rocks and fires. There's a fastball down in the zone to even the count at 1-1.
Number 9 for Kyle 80.
Well, Pace has been hitting well of late. He's 5 for his last 18.
Pace swings and chops a ball over to first base. Baptista fields, throws on to Conroy covering first base, but Pace, with excellent speed, is going to leg it out. Seemed as if Conroy was a little late in breaking for first base there. And Zach Pace will find himself with an infield single.
And that time, I'm not so sure the Pacifics got the break on the call. I think that Ron Adams was in correct position. I think he made a good call there. And benefit of the tie goes to the runner. No video replay here in the Pacific Association. And the Pacifics have had a couple of calls go their way, a couple of bounces go their way here in the 4th inning after everything had been going the Stompers' way prior to this inning. So that's just the beauty of baseball, how quickly things can turn. But there's not a situation where you want to lay down. You want to continue to pad this lead because the Stompers' offense is a good one.
That'll bring Chase Tucker to the plate. First pitch to Tucker is in there for a strike, 0-1. Tucker was hit by a pitch back in the first inning before reaching on a fielder's choice in the 3rd inning. Officially, he is 0 for 1. 0-1 delivery is lined out to second base. Yasuda will field and toss on to second base to end the inning. But the Pacifics score 2 runs on 4 hits and take a 3-2 lead here in the last half of the 4th inning. You're listening right here to the Pacifics Radio Network. Order. As we head to the 5th inning, Pacifics lead the game 3-2. Celson Polanco looking for a shutdown inning here after his offense regained the lead with a 2 spot in the bottom half of the 4th inning. First pitch to Polanco is a splitter up and away, 1-0.
This is a big inning for Polanco. He's looked good over the last couple frames after giving up the 2 runs in the second.
1-0 pitch from Polanco is in there at the belt for a strike, 1-1. The 1-1 delivery is another splitter down in the zone. Polanco having a little trouble locating that right now. Moving the count now to 2-1.
When that pitch is working for him, he'll attack with it.
Fastball on the outer half of the plate. It's called the ball, ruled by Gary Rinkelmeyer. That'll bring the count to 3-1 now. As Polanco is in threat of walking the leadoff man. 3-1 delivery is flied out to left field. 80 camped under it, and he will retire Fox for the first out of the inning.
That's a good opposite field approach from Fox. I'm not sure 3-1 that's what you're trying to do, but 80 barely had to move on that one.
Yeah, that was about as routine as it gets. Call that one a can of corn. That'll bring Joel Carranza up to the plate, the designated hitter for the Stompers. He is 1 for 2 on the night, grounded out to third base back in the first inning, and then hit a towering double out to left center aided a bit by the wind back in the third inning. First pitch is a fastball, just a bit high, 1-0.
If you're going to throw a first pitch fastball to Carranza, it has to be in and on the hand. That's really the only way you can get away with it unless you go on the outside corner. But he does have opposite field power as well. Okay, you have to be very careful with.
1-0 delivery. Swung on and fouled, 1-1. Yeah, Carranza, a big guy, long arms, likes to get those arms extended. He's a candidate to crowd on the inner half of the plate, try to get in on those hands and jam them. 1-1 offering is a good, tight little slider in there for a strike, 1-2.
And when that pitch is working for Polanco, he's very difficult to hit. And all of his pitches, mentioned it, are working. His location has not been the most consistent tonight, but he's thrown a good game. This inning, critical, though.
1-2 delivery is another breaking ball down in the dirt. Swung through by Carranza for strike 3. That'll be Polanco's 6th K of the night. And that'll bring Daniel Baptista to the plate.
Polanco has not been much of a strikeout pitcher this season. I mean, entering play today, he'd struck out 38 men in 52 2/3 innings. However, he does have a strikeout pedigree. He led the United League in strikeouts back in 2014. He has the stuff to be a strikeout pitcher, and he has struck out 8 men this year. It was the Stompers team. He just has only put it all together a couple times. His last start was very good. He's trying to work on that and progress into another good start tonight.
First pitch to Baptista is outside and high, 1-0. Polanco working at a quick pace. His next delivery is swung on and fouled out of play by Baptista, 1-1.
And that's the beauty of the split finger, is you can use it in essence as a changeup. And even if you leave it up, if you get the batter off timing, then he'll miss it like that. And that's exactly what happened. Left a splitter up in the zone, had enough movement, and Baptista was early enough on it as well, so that it just results in a foul ball.
1-1 delivery is swung on and missed as Baptista went chasing the high cheddar. Got a mouse in the box.
And I'd bet that Baptista thought that was another splitter, because that one is one that he will usually lay off. He's a very disciplined hitter at the plate, but he chased there, and that's because Polanco's worked the fastball and slitter well.
1-2 delivery is another splitter, dropping right out of the zone. Swung on and missed as Polanco records his 2nd strikeout of the inning. So in the top half of the 5th inning, Polanco is perfect. Pacifics still lead 3-2 as we go to the last half of the 5th right here on the Pacifics Radio Network. Taylor, Hova, and Gillespie as they get set to take on Sean Conroy, who has struggled a bit tonight. He's done a good job of limiting the Pacifics' damage despite a lot of base runners. But the Pacifics find themselves in the lead and looking to tack on here. First pitch to Taylor. It's a fastball outside and away, 1-0.
And this is a heart of the order that's a combined 0 for 6 against Conroy tonight. So this is the 3rd time through the order. Matt Cavanaugh will be hoping that sun is set, shadows are gone.
1-0 pitch from Conroy is upstairs to bring the count to 2-0.
And you'd like the Pacific's heart of the order to get something done against Conroy in this inning.
Taylor now with count leverage. Right-hander kicks and fires, and is going to drop in a breaking ball. Taylor offers at it. He fouls it away, bringing the count to 2-1. He had good balance in that swing, though.
And Conroy got away with one there. It was a breaking ball up in the zone, and Jake just missed it.
2-1 pitch is a good one on the inner half of the plate. Froze Taylor to knot the count up at 2-2.
And that's the beauty of Sean Conroy, is that slider is so effective, he'll throw it in any count. And he's thrown it in hitters' counts a lot today, keeping the Pacific's hitters off balance.
2-2 offering is swung on and flown out to deep center field. Back goes Hibbert. He gathers under it, though, and will put it away for the first out of the inning. Taylor just missed it.
And that one went right to the foot of the 370 marker, or just to the right of it, but I think that one still may have gone higher than it actually traveled, because, I mean, that was a moonshot, and with the wind blowing as it is tonight, you would have wanted to hit that to left if you wanted to actually get it out of here.
Yeah, Taylor got a 2-strike mistake. Was ready for it, just got it a little underneath it on the barrel of the bat. That'll bring Michael Hova to the plate. First pitch to Hova is a fastball in tight, 1-0. Hova is 0 for 2 tonight. He's grounded out to third base twice. As Derek Fox hugs the line in preparation for Hova's third at-bat. 1-0 delivery is swung on and grounded to Fox once again. He will throw across the diamond to Baptista to retire Hova. He's now 0 for 3 with 3 groundouts to third.
And Hova put that in the right spot. He just chopped it. Now, if he'd been able to barrel that up a little bit more because of the defensive positioning, he would have had a base hit. But one thing the Stompers have done very well over the last couple of years is utilize defensive shifts. In fact, you go back to last year when they had pitch tracking software and advanced metrics. They, in fact, put 4 outfielders on for guys like Jake Taylor. They had all kinds of crazy shifts.
First pitch to Brent Gillespie is swung on and flat out to left field. It's routine for Mark Hurley, who will put it away. And so there are no runs on no hits for the Pacifics in the last half of the third inning. However, they still lead at 3-2 right here on the Pacifics Radio Network.
Get set, go! This contest was imported directly from Cleveland, Ohio. Cheer on, fans! We're about halfway done. With Donald continuing to give encouragement to our participants. And we're down to 10 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And Mr. Trump, who's our winner? There you have it, folks. Thanks to both of our participants.
A hot dog and watch baseball t-shirts, and we'll have the chance to purchase the double play dog, which is a hot dog covered with macaroni and cheese and bacon, and then Sunday's action will be the Pacific's team poster and trading card giveaway set to the first 400 fans through the gates. An exciting week of promotions left, and lots of cool ones coming up as well. Tickets still available only at pacificsbaseball.com. So Polanco will be facing Meadows, Bishop, and Morioka here in the 6th after both pitchers spun a perfect 5th inning. And both pitchers worked through the 3, 4, 5 of the respective orders. First pitch from Polanco is a breaking ball and it misses high. 1 ball and no strikes. Keep an eye on Polanco's pitch count, north of 100 already as we begin the 6th inning. As the 1-0 to Meadows, and he swings and fouls it back. It's 1-1. Meadows 0 for 2, a fly out, and also a strikeout swinging. As the Pacifics will have some activity out in the bullpen. The 1-1. And the splitter misses high and tight. 2 balls, 1 strike. Looks as if Brandon Warner has started to throw for San Rafael.
Yeah, I have a feeling this is going to be Polanco's last inning, regardless of if he gets out of it or not.
2-1, and a swing and a line drive, sharply hit but foul to the right side. And it'll be 2-2. Almost right into the bullpen.
Polanco was just the recipient of some bad luck. Made some good pitches in the second inning. Should have been out of it much earlier than he was. A few balls fell in that probably should have been caught. Resulted in a 31-pitch inning for him.
2-2. The breaking ball misses low and away. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Meadows has good speed. Not the kind of guy you would have put on for free. See if Polanco comes in with the heater here. 3-2 pitch on the way, and Meadows swings and tops it foul third base side. We'll do it again, 3-2. Meadows may have chased ball 4 there.
Polanco did come in with the fastball. Meadows felt it was too close to take, however. Decided to offer at it. Live to fight, another pitch.
Now, 7th pitch of the at-bat is coming up as Polanco will kick and he'll deliver. Breaking ball, high and tight. Now, he tried to drop it in for a strike. Meadows wisely leaves a leadoff walk. Just the 3rd issued by Polanco tonight. Now the tying runners aboard to begin the inning for Cody Bishop.
Batting for the Stompers, number 6.
Yeah, I suspect we'll see a lot of sinkers and splitters here from Polanco, trying to get those Stompers to beat the ball down into the ground, induce a double play. Middle of his infield so smooth with their hands and quick and turning double plays.
First pitch on the way. Bishop squares and takes the throw behind the runner at first, and back in safely is Meadows head first.
Stomper is playing for one here. Takahashi Miyoshi putting the bunt on there and with the first pitch. Bishop pulled it back because it was up and out of the zone. We'll see if Miyoshi elects to keep the bunt on and play for one.
Gingras has had some very good back picks of late. Bishop squaring early, and Polanco will check over. Meadows will scamper back. Warner continues to throw for the Pacifics. And you can see as Polanco's pitch count now at 108. The ball's starting to be elevated with consistency. 1-0. And a Butcher Boy play. Bishop fouls it back. It's 1-1.
Yeah, anytime a hitter squares around and presents a bunt that early, something smells a little fishy, as was the case there. He pulled the bat back, tried to chop the ball down into the ground, find an open hole. Good play for a guy with good bat control.
1-1, not bunting. The fastball misses outside. 2 balls, 1 strike. Beautiful full moon rising above the left field wall at Albert Park tonight. First game of a 3-game series between these two teams. 2 will be played here at Albert Park. Thursday's game will be in Sonoma. 2-1, and Bishop swings and tips it off of Gingras. It'll be 2-2.
Good pitch by Polanco there to take count leverage away from Bishop. Located that pitch on the outer half at the knees with good downward tilt. Bishop did make contact with it and square it up and put it in play. It was going to go straight into the ground, which is exactly what Polanco's pitching for.
2 balls and 2 strikes. Meadows from first, a healthy lead. Here's the pitch, and swung on and tipped off at Gingras again. I think we're nearly able to squeeze that one was Ricky, and just did miss it. It'll stay 2-2. Well, Polanco trying to work through the 6th inning. Coming off an outing where he went 8 2/3. That was against Vallejo last week. Meadows held on by McClellan. He goes. The pitch is swung on and tipped foul. Polanco nearly gets the strikeout. Bishop just able to stay alive. 2-2 it will stay. And the 7th pitch of the at-bat is coming up.
Good job by Bishop there, employing the emergency hack. Not much lower half in that swing. Just kind of flailed his arms out there, hoping to make contact and stay alive. It was a quality pitch from Polanco, and Bishop was just able to nick it. Live to fight another day.
Warner continues to throw. He looks just about ready. Righty on lefty. Polanco from the chest. Runner goes. The pitch is swung on and missed. Throw down to second from Gingras. The slide. He is out. Strike him out, throw him out, double play. The leadoff walk is erased. 2 outs, base is empty for Mason Murioka.
And what a huge swing of events that is. Stompers are thinking they're in business. Get a leadoff walk, try to put a bunt on, try to put a little fake bunt, swing away on. They had so many options to work with, but Polanco just reared back, struck Bishop out, and then Gingras took care of the rest with an absolute strike down to second base, nailing the speedy Meadows.
First pitch to Morioka on the way, and he checks his swing, leaves the fastball for a strike. It's 0-1. A couple of things happen on that play. First off, Gingras threw a perfect throw, but Polanco gave him a chance because he came in with the slide step there. He's seen that Meadows had gone on the prior pitch and wanted to give his catcher a shot. 0-1 fastball misses out. It's a 1-1 count.
Not sure where that one missed. Polanco pitching with a little energy now, though, some tempo. You can tell that fastball has some life on it after that turn of events.
1-1, here it is. And Morioka takes the fastball outside, 2 balls, 1 strike.
Polanco knows in all likelihood this is his last inning, so he's airing it all out there here. Not letting anything, not holding anything back or leaving it in the tank at all.
Into the windup, Polanco, 2-1. Swung on and fouled back. Morioka on the fastball, 2-2. Season high in strikeouts for Polanco is 9. Last season, Polanco did strike out 13 men. That is his career high as a Pacific. He has a chance to get to 9, though, if he can punch out Morioka here. Has had some big strikeouts over the course of this evening. As the 2-2. And the breaking ball misses in the dirt. So once again, a batter has worked to count full here in the 6th inning.
Good pitch selection there from Gingras and Polanco. 2-2 count, bouncing a breaking ball. If Morioka offers, great, strike 3. If not, still have a pitch to work with in the full count.
Polanco kicks, turns his back. Here's the 3-2, and a swing and a miss, strike 3. 9 strikeouts for Celso Polanco. Works around the walk and strands none through 6 strong. Middle of the 6th, 3-2. San Rafael is in the lead. You're listening to the San Rafael Pacifics here on PacificsBaseball.com. Couple of runs scored early. The Pacifics got those 2 in the 4th inning. They were aided by a couple of Stompers errors, though, and both Conroy and Polanco have thrown very well tonight.
They have certainly done that. One difference between the 2 starting pitchers has been the pitch count. Conroy coming into this inning only at 66 pitches. Polanco, by contrast, has thrown one more half of an inning, but his pitch count is sitting right at 123 pitches tonight. You have to imagine his night's done at this point.
He came into the dugouts, got a couple of good high fives from the teammates. A quality start from Celso Polanco, exactly what they needed on a Tuesday. That'll be up to the bullpen to hold this lead and up to the offense to try and pad the lead. And just looking at the 2 styles of pitching, Polanco struck out 8 men, walked 3. Went full to 6 men tonight. Conroy has gone full just once. Has reached a 3-ball count just twice. First pitch to McClellan, who singled in his last trip, swings and misses out in front of the breaker. And that's off of Morioka. Looked like off the face mask. It'll be 0-1.
Yeah, McClellan has hit a couple batters, but for the most part, he's done an excellent job of getting double plays. Or excuse me, there haven't been any double plays, but he's done an excellent job of limiting the pitch count after he has shown those wild spurts, and as a result, he has a chance to be in this game for another couple innings if he continues at his current rate.
Although the Stompers do have activity out in the bullpen, as it looks as if Jacob Cox, the lanky right-hander, has started to warm. Well, McClellan, other than the single, was hit by a pitch back in the 2nd. Fox guarding the line against him, the 0-1. Breaking ball there for a strike, and it's 0-2. Wind still gusting out to left center field. As Conroy winds, and he fires 0-2. McClellan swings a pop-up. Shallow right coming in onto this Bishop, still coming in, and he goes into a slide. It drops in for a hit. Bishop and Yasuda will come in together, and a Texas leaguer right in the Bermuda Triangle out there got lost, and another strange fly ball falls in for a base knock tonight.
Yeah, that ball hung up in the air an awful long time for it not to be caught. Bishop has taken some interesting routes to some fly balls here tonight. Yasuda was way out down the right field line. He went running by Bishop, who dropped to his slide, but the ball fell in between both of them, and now Michael McClellan has his 2nd knock of the night.
Gonzalez now reached on a fielder's choice in the 4th, came home to score on the 80 ground out. Right-handed batter. Fox on the grass at 3rd, and Gonzalez takes a fastball, strikeout or half. It's 0-1.
Good quality pitch from Conroy there. Stressful situation, leadoff runner on, already trailing by 1. You know you have to make pitches and execute. He did just that.
0-1, here it is. And Gonzalez swings a sharp grounder over at 2nd. Yasuda up with it to 2nd, 1. Meadows to 1st, 2. 4 to 6 to 3, the double play, the leadoff single erased. Now Ricky Gingras with the bases empty.
And just like that, the threat is gone. Conroy's pitch count is still very low. That was just his 4th pitch of the inning. He's back in cruise control just like that.
Well, the man who knocked home the tying run now, Gingras, who is 1 for 2, the RBI single in the 4th. A shot straight up the middle. Left-handed batter, does have power. First pitch from Gingras, and he swings a sharp grounder up the middle. That's through for a base hit. Yasuda was playing it to pull. Gingras hit it right where the second baseman usually stands. And it was well hit enough to get through, so Gingras with his second knock of the night. Now one aboard for Kyle 80.
Yeah, after strikeout in the second, Gingras has had 2 very loud at-bats off of Conroy. Nice pure ring off the bat of the Pacific's catcher.
And a lot of Conroy's game is deception and that funky angle, but a lot of the Pacific's players have seen him for 2 years now. As 80 swings a drive out into left center field, that one's going to get down for extra bases into the gap. And Gingras rounding second, he's headed for third. He's going to get waved around third. The throw is not anywhere near the cutoff man. Gingras is going to score. An RBI double for Kyle 80. It's 4-2 Pacifics. And talk about loud contact, a ringing double off the bat of 80. And you could argue one of the most impressive hits of his professional career to this point.
That's right, just when Conroy thought he was out of the woods, first pitch base hit to Gingras, follows it up with another first pitch mistake to 80, who jumped all over it, drove it out to left center. And with Gingras running not the best speed, the Stompers would have had to play at the plate had Hibbert hit the cutoff man, but he overthrew everyone. The ball kind of fell into no man's land in the middle of the infield, and Gingras was able to score safely.
First pitch to Pace, and he takes a breaking ball for a strike, 0-1.
On the season, RBI number 10.
1 run in the inning, 3 hits for the Pacifics. Another run coming with 2 outs for San Rafael, which they've done very well over the last couple of weeks. Pace, 1 for 1 today. Has drawn 2 walks. He swings a sharp grounder up the middle. That's through for a base hit. 80 can fly. He's being waved around third. Hibbert's throw is going to go into second. An RBI single for Pace, and it's 5-2 Pacifics.
Yeah, things beginning to unravel here for Conroy here. In the bottom half of the 6th inning, leaves yet another pitch up. Pace hammers it up the middle past the reach of Yasuda, and with 80's speed, it's all over at that point. He was leaving on contact with 2 outs. He scores easily.
Cox looks ready in the bullpen, and Takahashi Miyoshi usually quick with the trigger, leaving Conroy in to face Tucker. First pitch and a breaking ball outside. It's 1-0. Chase 0 for 2, hit by a pitch in the first inning, reached on a fielder's choice in the third. Conroy at the chest. Here's the 1-0. And the breaking ball misses low. 2 balls, no strikes. And Tucker working ahead. Righty on righty. Here's Conroy. And Tucker swings a chopper over at short. Over to his right is Meadows. Settles. Strong throw across is in time. Tucker retired, as are the Pacifics here in the 6th inning. But the Pacifics get 2 runs on 4 hits, and they leave 1 through 6, a 5-2 lead for San Rafael. You're listening to the San Rafael Pacifics here on the Pacifics Radio Network. Lead for San Rafael, Vinny Longo with Danny Nielsen. Thank you so much for joining us on the first game of this 3-game series. Brandon Warner will take over on the mound, and if you're not leaving with a smile, it's time for a change. The Marshall Motor Works off of Francisco Boulevard East. Father and son keeping you on the road. So Polanco with a good start today, goes 6 innings, allowing a pair of runs, both earned, on just 5 hits. He walks 3 and strikes out 9, tying his season high. Celson Polanco, very good tonight, Danny.
Yeah, really impressive outing. Was the beneficiary of some clutch hitting from the Pacific's offense. Defense let him down a little bit at some points, but he was able to pitch through it, as most veterans are. Love to see that from your horse out there on the mound.
And threw north of 120 pitches as well. Brandon Warner, 14 appearances, 2 of them starts, a 1-3 record, and an 8.46 earned run average. Bottom of the order to lead off, Mark Hurley, who's 1 for 2, a single, a drive home a run, and a strikeout swinging. First pitch from Warner, and a fastball misses low. It's 1-0. Warner, very lanky on the mound, a high 80s fastball, a splitter, and a slow curveball. Open stance from Hurley as Warner winds, he fires. Fastball, outside corner strike, it's 1-1.
Mentioned that lankiness from Warner, 6'5", 210 pounds. That last fastball had excellent tilt on it.
1-1, here it is. Fastball missing high, 2 balls, 1 strike. Has been a spot starter for the Pacifics when they have needed one, but has worked best when he's been out of the bullpen. 2-1. Warner into the windup. Here it is. Swung on a high chopper at short. It'll be tough for Gonzalez. In on it, bare hand, can't make the play. And Hurley's going to reach on an infield single. Another tough one that a Stompers hitter pounded into the ground. And Hurley aboard for Matt Hibbard.
Yeah, that's another one of those do or die plays there. Gonzalez, his only option was to go with the bare hand on that high chopper off the bat of Hurley. Hurley runs very well down the line. Gonzalez just couldn't pick it cleanly.
So now a man who's tough to double up, Matt Hibbard, who's 0 for 2, drew a walk in the 4th inning, struck out twice, once looking and once swinging. Warner at the belt. First pitch to Hurley, and he swings a roller over at short. Could be a pair. Gonzalez the second one. Tucker, quick turn, not in time. Dug out by McClellan, but Hibbard able to leg it out. The Pacifics do get the lead runner, though. One away for Yuki Yasuda.
Yeah, that seemed, off the bat, that seemed as if it was going to be a tailor-made double play. For the most part, it was right at Daniel Gonzalez. Didn't have to move much to the left or right, but Hibbard just gets down the line so well. Even a quick turn from Chase Tucker couldn't get him.
And I think that was a slow roller, too. Once it hit the grass, the momentum of that ball just died. And now Yasuda, who's 0 for 2, hit by a pitch in the first, robbed of a hit by a diving Jake Taylor in the 4th inning. Hibbard a threat to steal. First pitch from Warner, breaking ball in the dirt, blocked by Gingras. It's a 1-0 count.
Warner's breaking ball, that big 12-6 variety. Not a super sharp, quick break. More has the lollipop type. Slow, high arcing breaking ball that'll drop in there for strikes.
Hibbard with a good lead. 13 steals and 14 tries. 1-0. He goes. Pitch is taken for a strike. Throw down to second. It's high. Gonzalez applies the sweep tag, but Hibbard is in underneath it. Very close play, even with the high throw, but Hibbard with his 14th steal of the year, taking the double play out of order. It's a 1-1 count to Yuki Yasuda.
Yeah, Hibbard demonstrating his wheels here in these last couple sequence of events. First beating out the back end of a double play, then stealing second base. Gingras might have had him if a perfect throw was made down to second base, but even though these are pros, perfect throws rarely happen.
Now Gingras and Warner will come together to discuss their signs on second, and I think Hibbard picked a good pitch to go too. It was a fastball, but Warner, who will imply a slide step every once in a while, went with the full leg pickup there, and as soon as Hibbard read that, got a great jump, able to take second, takes the double play out of order, moves himself into scoring position. So Warner can focus on the hitter now and try and get Yasuda with a 1-1 count. Wants a new sign from Gingras. And now ready. And someone called for time. Not sure if it was Gingras or Yasuda. Tucker and Gonzalez hovering by the bag. Gonzalez dancing behind Hibbard. The 1-1. Yasuda squares and takes the fastball low. 2 balls and a strike.
Yeah, can't fall asleep on Hibbard out there at second base. As we mentioned, the terrific speed. He certainly won't hesitate to take third base if you're snoozing on him.
5-2 lead, though. Out is important here. 2-1 fastball, and Yasuda guessed wrong, taking all the way 2-2. I think he was looking for the slow breaking ball there, and the fastball, it got on him quick.
Yeah, that fastball looks like it's coming in at about 100 miles an hour when you're sitting on a slow 75-mile-an-hour breaking ball.
And the thing about Warner, too, is that at 6'5", he has a lot of extension. Meaning even if it's a good 80-mile-an-hour fastball, that perceived velocity is going to be a lot higher. 2-2, the splitter's in the dirt, a good block by Gingras, so the count will stay full to Yasuda.
If you're Warner here, you have to come into the zone. Can't walk Yasuda and risk bringing the tying run to the plate. And a batter with power at that. In Fox, Carranza and Baptista to follow. Those guys have even more power than Fox. Got to come into Yasuda here.
3-2 count. Hibbert away from second. Long look in for Warner. Look at second as he comes set. Here it is. Fastball swung on and fisted out towards center. Out goes Tucker. He jumps. He makes the catch. Nice play by Chase Tucker. Ranging out into short center. Taking a hit away from Hibbert. 2 away for Derek Fox.
Yeah, that play was made by the first step. Tucker got off the bat. He got a terrific jump. Made a nice read on that ball. Could tell it was lofting over his head to the right. Raced out into shallow center field before making a leaping catch. The second out of the inning.
And now Fox, switch hitter, will bat left-handed. A shift on the infield for San Rafael. Gonzalez dancing behind Fox at second. Here's the first pitch, and Fox takes a strike with the fastball. It's 0-1. Derek is 0 for 3. Flyouts to center and left. He also popped out to short. All those at-bats against Celso Polanco. Warner attempting to work a scoreless 7th. Remember, Julian Escobar, through 3 2/3 on Sunday, will need another day down as a splitter. I think I crossed up Gingras and misses high and away. It's 1-1.
Yeah, miscommunication between pitcher and catcher there. Normally after an event like that, you see them confer out on the mound. But Gingras opting not to go out and visit his right-hander.
Warner's working with good rhythm. Nothing's been well hit against him in this inning. 1-1. And the fastball misses low and away. It scoots away from Gingras. Hibbert's going to try for third. He'll get there without a throw. Pass ball from Gingras. A 2-1 count to Fox. And now with the runner on third, he can really focus on the hitter.
Yeah, definitely going to want to pitch for the strikeout here. 2 outs, any out's going to get you out of the inning, obviously. But as a pitcher here now with a runner at third base, makes you a little hesitant to throw balls in the dirt, just for fear that it might skip away from your catcher and cost you a run.
2-1. And Fox takes a fastball, missing out. 3 balls and 1 strike. Now Warner will put some two-seam action on that fastball. He'll move it around the zone well. And in fact, in one of his starts, survived mostly on the heater. 3-1. And Fox taking the fastball, outside corner strike. Nice location. So the count will be full to Derek Fox.
There was the heater. Warner, who's had trouble getting his off-speed over the plate for strikes, had to come into Fox there. Elected to go with the fastball.
3-2 pitch with 2 outs, and Fox, a half swing, fouls it off. Defensive swing. It'll stay 3-2. 5-2, San Rafael in the lead with 2 outs in the top of the 7th inning. The bullpen has been very good for the Pacifics over the last couple of days. Warner at the belt. Payoff pitch, and Fox swings a high fly ball, medium center. Pace takes a couple of steps in, waiting for it, makes the one-handed catch, and the side is out here in the 7th inning. So no runs unhit. The Stompers stand 1 more. To the last of the 7th we go, 5-2. The Pacifics the lead. Heart of the order coming up when we come back. Fun of Pacific's games throughout summer 2016. Lots of exciting promotions like Kids Day tomorrow, 12:35 p.m. start. Kids 12 and under getting in free and invited to participate in a post-game Kids Home Run Derby. For tickets and more information on this and all Pacific's homestands, please visit pacificsbaseball.com. New pitcher for the Stompers as we go to the bottom of the 7th. San Rafael leading 5-2. It'll be Jacob Cox who takes over for Sean Conroy. Conroy ends up going 6 innings. And does not pitch a bad game, not his strongest though. He allows 5 runs, 4 of them earned on 8 hits, walking 2, striking out 2. And he was very good, say until that 6th inning. That's when we started to see some louder contact, including that smoked RBI double from Kyle Adey into the left center field gap.
That's right. Saw Conroy struggle with his command a little bit to begin the game. Was able to settle down in the middle innings, but then in that 6th, started to leave the ball up in the zone. Pacifics jumped all over it quickly, too. A lot of first pitch swinging in that inning, and they smoked some balls, put some runs up on the board.
Well, Cox in 2 appearances has been good. 4 2/3 inning, 2-0 record and a 1.92 earned run average, 5 strikeouts to 3 walks. He's allowed 1 run and was earned on just 2 hits. Charged with keeping the Stompers down just 3. Jake Taylor will lead off, 0 for 3 tonight. Takes a first pitch fastball right there for his strike, and it's 0-1. Taylor hit a moonshot of a fly ball to deep center in his last at-bat, just missed a home run. Hit 2 last week, including the game-tying shot in Saturday's incredible extra innings comeback. 0-1, and he swings a chopper toward the hole. Fox over to his left, snares it, settles, and throws over in plenty of time. And there's one away in the 7th.
Nice play by Fox there, demonstrating his range. Running over into the 5.5 hole there, snaring the ball and throwing onto first base effortlessly. First time I've seen Fox at third base, but I've heard good things. Heard he's a good defender over there.
Oh, he's a middle infielder who's also played the outfield for Sonoma, so you know he has speed. The question is, will he have the arm to play third base in the reaction time? And early results are yes. First pitch to Hova, he's taking all the way, and a breaking ball misses low. It's 1-0. Hova's demeanor there, almost reminiscent of Boston's David Ortiz when he knows he's taking a ball and just halfway steps out of the box. 1-0, here it is. Breaking ball drops in, a beauty for a strike, and it's 1-1.
Good adjustment by Cox there. Throwing the ball, throwing a first pitch curveball for a ball, comes back, makes the adjustment, drops in a second one for a strike to even the count at 1-1.
1-1, here it is, and Hova swings a chopper up the middle. Yasuda in and to his right. With plenty of time, we'll throw out Hova. And there are 2 outs. Hova 0 for 4 with 4 ground outs, though. Lots of power from the left side. Has Gillespie, first pitch, and a fastball misses in the dirt. It's 1-0. Remember Gillespie with that league-leading home run total of 12. First man to 10, and in fact, is the only man to 10 thus far. Mike Taylor of Pittsburgh and Caleb Bryson of Sonoma join Jake Taylor in having 8. 1-0, here's the pitch. Fastball misses way outside, 2-0. It's a conversation that Pacific's GM Mike Shapiro and I were having earlier, and the fact that the hitting totals are down. There are just 8 men with a 300 average or better this year in this league who qualify, of course, for the batting leaders. 1 man with 10 home runs. This is a pitcher's league in 2016. 2-0, and Gillespie a big swing and a miss late on the fastball. It's 2-1, in which after a year where you see 2 men hit 26 or more home runs, 2 men get 65 or more RBIs in a 78-game season, quite the adjustment to go back to what it was more in 2013, where the league leader in home runs, the record setter, had 11. Interesting perspective on it. 2-1, and Gillespie swings a hot shot foul third base side, and it's 2-2.
Well, I think it kind of reflects the overall trend that baseball is headed in these days. As we see in the major leagues, MLB, guys are throwing harder than ever now. You see more and more guys running out of the bullpen, throwing triple digits up on the radar gun. I mean, it's just a tough time to hit in baseball all around.
I love the ebb and flow of professional baseball. The hitters start doing really well like they did in the 90s, so everybody scouts pitching. Now the pitching is dominant, 2-2, and Gillespie swings and misses, strike 3. 1-2-3 inning for Cox. Just to finish the thought, the pitching is dominant, so now you see people starting to scout the hitters. Eventually it'll go back to the pitchers. Who
Ebb
knows?
and flow.
Either way, we're through 7. The Pacific's holding a 5-2 lead. You're listening to the San Rafael Pacifics on the Pacifics Radio Network. Through the 7th. After giving up the leadoff single, did a good job. First pitch to Carranza, swing and a miss. Laid on the high heater, and it's 0-1. Carranza, 2 for 3. A deep double in the 3rd inning. Struck out once against Polanco, also grounded to 3rd. Right-handed batter, open stance, hands out in front of the chest. The 0-1, swung on and grounded. One hop of Gonzalez, knocks it down as he goes to his rear, to his feet, throws to first, it's in time. What a play by Daniel Gonzalez. Went to his backside as he went to the ground, knocking it down, had the presence of mind to get to first, pick it up with a bare hand, and make a strong throw across. And Gonzalez with a web gem, 1 away for Bautista. And part of what made that play so difficult is how hard it was hit. It was right at him, came up on one hop and took a high hop on him. Left-handed hitting Bautista now. And checks his swing, takes a fastball strikeout or half. It's 0-1. Baptista 0 for 2. Walked in the 2nd, struck out twice, both times swinging. Shift on for him on the infield. Third baseline is vacated. 1 strike pitch from Warner, and he swings and misses through the high heater. No balls and 2 strikes. Pacifics have led since the 4th. Sonoma's offense all came in the 2nd at this point. 0-2. Warner winds, he fires. Swung on a hot shot over toward the 4-hole. That's through for a base hit. So Baptista pulls it through the shift. His first hit of the ball game, and hit number 7 for Sonoma.
Now batting for the Stompers.
That'll bring up Chaz Meadows.
Chaz Meadows.
Meadows is 0 for 2. A flyout, a strikeout. Also walked in the 6th inning. Polanco, the starter for San Rafael, 6 strong, 2 runs on 5 hits. He struck out 9 tonight. Walked 3, did hit 1 man. And Polanco turning in another quality start. This last turn through the rotation has been very good. First pitch from Warner, big breaking ball, and it misses low and away. It's 1-0. Ormseth and Escobar, you can consider them pairing up to make a good start on Sunday afternoon. Polanco went 8 2/3 last week. Ormseth went 8. The 1-0 is swung on and lined up the middle. That's through for a base hit. Baptista turning the quarter at second. He's headed for third. He's going to get there without a throw. So back-to-back singles, both with some mustard on them. Runners on the corners now. Tying run will come to the plate in the form of Cody Bishop. And we'll see if Monzo starts to hurry out there.
Number 6, Cody Bishop.
Warner will hope for a double play out of a fast runner in Bishop. Bishop 1 for 3, a single in the 4th, was stranded at third. Baptista at third, and Meadows at first. And the Pacific's leading by 3. Left-handed batter is Meadows, or is Bishop. As Warner from the belt. Meadows goes. The pitch is taken low. Throw down to second, and they were looking to backpick Baptista. Meadows in safely with a steal. Double play is out of order. A 1-0 count to Bishop. Now Baptista took a couple of steps off third, but was not trying to score. Well, it's 1-0. Now Warner can focus on getting the hitter. Mason Morioka, who's been a good clutch hitter for the Stompers, is on deck. Strikeout situation for Warner. The 1-0 pitch. And he misses low with a split finger fastball. 2 balls, no strikes. And you could pitch around if you want. Never want to load the bases, though. 2-0. Warner at the belt. Here it is. And a swing and a foul back. Challenge him with a 2-0 fastball. And Bishop just did miss it. It's a 2-1 count. Baptista at third moves very well for a big man. Meadows at second has good speed. 2-1. Warner from the belt. And he deals. And the fastball misses high. No good hitters count for Cody Bishop. It's 3-1. Good scoring chance for the Stompers. Tying run is at the plate. A 2-run 6 looms large now. As the 3-1 fastball there for a strikeout or half. Nice pitch from Warner. And a full count now. Warner wants that strikeout or a pop out on the infield. 80 has a cannon in left. Hova throws well in right. 3-2. Here's the pitch. Fastball, strike 3 called on the outside corner. Bishop can't believe it, but a big-time strikeout for Brandon Warner. And there are 2 away for Mason Morioka. Runner at third, less than 2 outs. You always want the strikeout in order to keep him from scoring. Now Gingras will head out to the mound and buy some time for Monzo to warm up. While we have a break, we'll take a look on the Weaver's Coffee and Tea out-of-town scoreboard. The Admirals made a comeback in the last of the ninth, but they have gone final at Wilson Park, 3-2. The Diamonds have won. So the Diamonds back to 500 in the second half and will be tied for second with whichever team does fall in this game. The Pacific's leading 5-2. They scored 1 run in the first, 2 in the fourth, and 2 in the 6th. That 4th inning was a big one for the Pacifics in a couple of ways. They ended it on an exclamation mark, at least in the top half of the frame, with Jake Taylor's diving stop and throw out of Yuki Yasuda at first. Then in the last of the 4th, they plated 2, aided by a couple of Stompers' errors. They got 2 of insurance in the 6th. First pitch to Morioka. He takes a fastball and it misses low. 1-0 the count. Monzo looks just about ready over in the Pacific's bullpen. Morioka 2 for 3. Couple of singles, one drove home a run, also struck out. 1-0, and the fastball misses high. Gingras was crossed up there. It's 2-0. Warner fell behind 2-0 before he struck out Bishop. He's at the belt. And the 2-0. Fastball swung on, popped up on the infield, very high above the light standards. Taylor racing in. It's going to be a tough play. He reaches out. He can't make the catch. Run's going to come home to score. Yasuda or Morioka is going to head into second. That one was right on top of the mound. Taylor and Gonzalez came in, and Taylor just missed it. Warner deserved to get out of it there. That was an infield pop-up. And he did his job in this inning, but the Stompers get a run home. It'll be 5-3, and it looks like that'll be it for Brandon Warner. That is unfortunate. You get the infield pop-up, your third baseman gets a glove on it, and he just misses. Baptista scores to third, goes Meadows. Now the tying run is in scoring position, and Clint Monzo will be handed the ball. Warner will depart, Monzo will come in, will break while Clint warms. Listening to the San Rafael Pacifics on the Pacifics Radio Network. By Jake Taylor, Monzo will take over. And Clint has been very good of late out of the pen. 18 appearances, 0-1 his record with a 5.21 earned run average. Hurley at the plate, 2 for 3 today, couple of singles. First pitch from Monzo in the dirt with a breaking ball and blocked by Gingras to his right. It's a 1-0 count. The run will go down as unearned to Warner. He's responsible for Meadows at second and Meadows at third, Morioka at second. And those would go down as unearned as well. Monzo trying to keep him off, though, as J.R. Bunda has started to warm in the Pacific's bullpen. 1-0. Here's Monzo. And the fastball misses low. 2 balls, no strikes. Monzo got the save on Sunday, also threw on Saturday a scoreless inning in the 8th of that extra inning affair. 2-0, Monzo to the plate. Fastball just misses outside. 3 balls, no strikes. You do have a base with which to play, but it would put the go-ahead run on base for the top of the order. Monzo from the belt. Here's the 3-0. Fastball right down the middle at the belt, 3-1. Hurley is dangerous. Does have power, although this year just 3 home runs. Finished with 9 in his rookie campaign. As Monzo at the belt. Here it is, 3-1. And Hurley takes way inside. He walked him. So a 5-pitch walk issued by Monzo. The bases will be loaded. Go-ahead run is on with good speed. And now one of the best Pacifics killers out there, Matt Hibbert, will come to the plate. Hibbert is 0 for 3. Couple of strikeouts, a walk, and a fielder's choice. Has the bases loaded with 2 outs. Monzo is trying to keep the damage to a minimum here in the 8th inning. 1 run already across. Warner surrendered 1-out singles to Baptista and Meadows, then struck out Bishop, got a high pop-up from Morioka, and the infield couldn't catch it. First pitch to Hibbert, a fastball, misses high and tight. It's 1-0. And the throw down to third, very close play. Back head first was Meadows. Gingras, a sneaky throw behind the runner. Nearly did get him. An activity out on the Stompers bullpen as well. Monzo trying to get Hibbert, though. 1-0 the count. There's Monzo at the belt and the pitch. Low and away with a fastball, 2 balls, no strikes. Monzo struggling with the zone out of the gates here. Not seen this happen to Clint in quite some time, although I did see in spring training and a couple of times this year where the strike zone starts to escape him. Monzo at the belt. Here it is, 2-0. Way inside. 3 balls, no strikes, and he's in danger of walking in a run here. Monzo has not walked a man in 4 outings. That streak is already over. Has not allowed a run in his last 2. The runners in scoring position are credited to Brandon Warner. As Monzo at the belt. Here's the 3-0. Fastball right down the middle, and it's 3-1. And hopefully throwing that strike and get Monzo back on track here. And a 5-3 Pacifics lead with 2 outs in the 8th. Monzo from the belt. 3-1 pitch on the way. Fastball inside, he walked him, and a run will come home. The run will be charged to Warner. It'll be unearned. 2 runs across for the Stompers here in the 8th inning. The tying run goes to third base. And now that'll bring Gingras out to the mound with Yuki Yasuda coming to the plate. Four runs, 8 hits, a pair of errors for the Stompers. 5 runs, 8 hits, 2 errors for the Pacifics here in the 8th inning. Remember, the Pacifics should have been out of this. A high pop-up on the infield. Neither Gonzalez nor Taylor could come away with it. They were both underneath it. I think it just got above the light standards and they lost it. And Matt Cavanaugh is going to come out to the mound. This may be it for Clint Monzo. Monzo comes in with runners on second and third, 2 outs. He walks 2 men to bring home a run. And I do believe that is going to be his evening. And the closer, J.R. Bunda, may be called upon to throw here. Warner. Now the tying run is at third. Go-ahead run at second with Yuki Yasuda at the plate. High stress at bat for J.R. Bunda. To a man in Yasuda who does strike out from time to time. 24 strikeouts and now 100 appearances at the plate. He's 0 for 3 tonight. A couple of nice plays by the defense have robbed him of hits. First pitch fastball, he swings away and fouls it back and over the grandstand. It's 0-1. He was also hit by a pitch in the first inning. 2 runs here in the 8th, 2 runs for the Stompers in the second. Centerfield leading by just 1. At third is Morioka. At second is Hurley. At first is Hibbard. Speed gets better as you move around the base paths. 0-1, checked his swing, leaves the fastball outside. 1-1 count.
Come on, number 3, you can do it.
Ready on ready. Bunda at the belt. Kicks and he delivers. Low with the breaking ball. 2 balls and a strike. Don't have anywhere to put him. Bases are loaded. Tying run at third. Yasuda knows he's going to get something to hit here in this at-bat.
Come on, number 3, let's strike him out.
2-1. Bunda at the belt. Here it is. Low with the fastball. 3 balls, 1 strike, and Bunda is going to need to come in with a fastball here. Situation where Bunda needs to reach back and avoid a complete collapse of the bullpen. Has not happened in quite some time. Bullpen head steady on Saturday and in Sunday's game. 3 balls, 1 strike.
Come on, number 3, strike him out.
Bunda from the belt. Here it is. Swung on a broken back grounder at short. Gonzalez charging. Shovels to second. It's in time. And Bunda gets out of the jam. Great job by Bunda. Working back from falling behind and keeping the tying run at third. So a pair of runs for the Stompers. 2 hits, 1 critical Pacifics error. And the bases are left loaded. We'll head to the last of the 8th. A 5-4 Pacifics lead. And it'll be McClellan, Gonzalez, and Gingras to lead off when we come back. Bottom of the 8th, 5-4. As Cox will stay on for a second inning of relief. McClellan Gonzalez and Gingras to lead off. First pitch from Cox, and McClellan takes the fastball outside. It's 1-0. Michael with a nice night tonight. 2 for 2. Was also hit by a pitch. Scored in the 4th inning. The 1-0. And he swings a grounder up the middle. To his left is Meadows. Fields it, settles, throws in time. And there's one out here in the 8th. It'll bring up Daniel Gonzalez. 4 up and 4 down against Jacob Cox after coming in for Sean Conroy. And give J.R. Bunda a lot of credit in that 8th inning after falling behind to Yuki Asuda, coming back and getting that broken back ground out. It'll be Gonzalez now. He was over 3 tonight, a fly out, a fielder's choice, and a double play ball. Red-handed batter with Fox guarding the line at third, even with the bag. First pitch from Cox and a breaking ball, misses outside. 1-0 the count. Quite the ball game we have here. San Rafael plated 1 in the 1st, 2 in the 4th, 2 in the 6th. Not the cleanest game defensively. 1-0. And Gonzalez swings a high drive down the left field line, hooking foul though, just out in front of it. And the count at 1-1. Daniel came very close to a pair of home runs in Sunday's action in Pittsburgh. Drove 2 to the wall, 1 in left center. Wind has been blowing out to left center today. Has swirled a couple times, but continues to blow out here in the 8th. 1-1. And Gonzalez takes a fastball, outside corner strike. And it's 1-2. Well, Cox has done a good job coming in, pounding the corners. Hasn't left anything over the middle. The rookie, a couple of years at Fresno City College and then CSU Monterey Bay. 1-2, and Gonzalez takes a breaking ball, bounces around 58 feet, and it's 2-2. And Cox, a rookie who's made an immediate impact on the Stompers bullpen. 2 balls and 2 strikes. As Cox into his windup. Here it is. Gonzalez swings a sharp grounder at short. Easy play for Meadows, though. He sucks it in, fires across. It's in time. 2 6-3 putouts, and there are 2 away for Ricky Gingras. Now that ball was poorly struck. Just right into Meadows, who's a solid defensive shortstop. Now Gingras, who's had a couple of big hits today. A sharp single to score a run in the 4th. A sharp single to set him up to be scored in the 6th. Gingras scored all the way from first on an RBI double from 80. Cox rocks into the windup, his first pitch to Gingras, and a breaking ball right there for a strike. It's 0-1. 5-4. San Rafael is in the lead. And 2 outs in the last of the 8th. Cox is ready. Here he goes 0-1. And a fastball misses low. 1 ball, 1 strike. Righty on lefty, Gingras does possess power. Here it is. Very high with the fastball. 2 balls, 1 strike. Cox has faced 5 men out of the bullpen. Has not allowed a runner yet. Cox into his windup. Here's the 2-1. And Gingras checks the swing, leaves the breaking ball low. 3 balls and a strike. Once this year, Cox has been wild. 3 walks issued in his first appearance against Vallejo, over 2 innings. In his last appearance, 2 2/3, just 1 hit and 5 strikeouts. Looks to be more of the latter here, 3-1, and Gingras swings away, lifts it foul, third base side, slicing well out of play. 3-2 the count to him. Bunda's going to stick around and be asked to get a 4-out save. He'll face the heart of the order in the 9th inning, so it won't be an easy task. 3-2. Into the windup goes Cox. Here it is. And Gingras swings and misses. Strike 3 right over the breaking ball. The Pacific's down in order here in the 8th inning. So it'll be up to Bunda. To the top of the 9th we go. 5-4 Pacifics in front of Sonoma. You're listening to the San Rafael Pacifics only on the Pacifics Radio Network. 1-0. Here's Bunda. Fastball right there for a strike. It's 1-1. Only once today has Fox seen an at-bat go less than 4 pitches. That was in his first one where he jumped on a first pitch fastball and drove it to the wall. Polanco 6 strong for the Pacifics tonight. 2 runs on just 5 hits with 9 Ks. 1-1. Changeup. Strike on the inside at the knees. And it's 1-2. That was a beautiful pitch from Bunda. Does not use it often. Predominantly lives off the fastball, the 2-seamer, and the slider. 1-2 at the belt. Kicks and he deals. Breaking ball, swing and a miss, strike 3. Down below the zone, piece of filth from Bunda. The 11th strikeout for Pacific's pitching tonight. Now Joel Carranza, and that's a big first out. But you have 2 men coming up who can tie the game with 1 swing. Carranza, 1 for 4. He struck out once, was robbed of a hit by a nice play from Daniel Gonzalez. And his last trip up. It was a shot at short on 1 hop. Gonzalez had to leave his feet and go to the seat of his pants in order to knock it down. Still had time to throw out Carranza, though. First pitch breaking ball, and it just misses high. It's 1-0. Right-handed batter with lots of power. Wind would help him. It's going out to left center. 1-0. Here it is. Fastball. Challenge pitch. He swings and misses. It's 1-1. As a starter last year, Bunda's fastball in the high 80s. As a reliever, though, been able to get it up into the low 90s, and it gets on you quick. 1-1. Here it is. Breaking ball. Just missing high again. 2-1. Very close to the location of the first pitch of this at-bat. 2-1. Carranza, an open stance. Hands out in front of the chest. Bunda to the plate. Swing and a miss. Laid on the fastball, outer half. 2-2. Bunda has his sign at the belt. Here's the pitch. Fastball, swing and a miss, strike 3. In on the hands, Carranza comes up empty. Back-to-back strikeouts here in the 9th, and Daniel Baptista will be the last hope for Sonoma. Bunda's strikeout totals have been very impressive this year. Now 26 strikeouts in 22 1/3 innings pitched. Better than 9 Ks per 9. Exactly what you want out of your closer. His walk totals at just 6. A league-leading 7 saves, in position for 8 if he can hold it down here. Baptista from the left side is 1 for 3. A single and a run in the 8th inning. Checks his swing at the first pitch fastball, leaves it for a strike outside corner. It's 0-1. 5-4 San Rafael in the lead in the 9th. Baptista has a lot of power. Bunda from the belt. Here it is 0-1. Fastball, strike on the outside corner. Bunda pounding the black of the outside. And now he's just 1 strike away from completing the 4-out save.
1 strike away.
Bunda, a couple of shakes. Now he's ready. Here it is 0-2. Fastball high and away. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Trying to get Baptista to chase. He would not give in. Bunda credited with the win in Saturday's extra innings contest through an incredible 3 innings. And keeping the Diamonds off the board. Trying to do the same thing here in the 9th to the Stompers. 1-2. And the 2-seamer misses low. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Chaz Meadows is on deck. If you decide to pitch around Baptista here, who's choked up on the bat with 2 strikes. Deuces are wild in the top of the 9th. Bunda from the stretch. Here's the pitch. Breaking ball. Just misses high and right off the outside. So Baptista has done a very nice job of working the count full after falling behind 0-2. The drama build as it always seems to do between these teams. Payoff pitch. Swung on and fouled right off of Gingras' glove. Ricky nearly able to grab it. But just off the webbing. So we'll do the payoff pitch once more. Bunda. Ready, 3-2. He kicks. He deals. Swing and a miss, strike 3, and the ball game is over. J.R. Bunda with a 4-out save. He strikes out the side here in the 9th inning. And the Pacifics take game 1 of this 3-game series, and they claim sole possession of first place in the Pacific Association's second half standings. Also gaining a game on Sonoma in the overall standings. The winner today will be Polanco, who's 4-3. The loser will be Sean Conroy, who falls to 4-2. J.R. Bunda will get his league-leading 8th save of the year. A good game all the way around for the Pacifics, who improved to 3-1 in the second half. They are 24-19 overall. The Stompers are 2-2 in the second half now, and 25-18 overall. Well, you look at this ball game, the Pacifics took an early lead. They fell behind quickly as the Stompers used a 2-run second. Then Celson Polanco hit cruise control. Had to throw better than 30 pitches in that second inning, which caused his early exit. He was solid through his 6, struck out 9. And Polanco with a great outing today. On offense, the Pacifics got 2 runs in the 4th inning after a fantastic play from Jake Taylor ended the top of the 4th. He dove to his left from his knees, threw out Yuki Yasuda at first base. And then, in the last of the 4th, the Pacifics capitalized on that momentum. McClellan singled with 1 out. And on a fielder's choice and an error, McClellan was able to move to third base, then scored on the single from Gingras. Gonzalez moved to third on the throwing error by Hibbert on Gingras' single, and then came in to score on 80's RBI ground out. In the 6th inning, the Pacifics got a pair more. After a bases clearing double play off the bat of Gonzalez, Gingras singled and scored all the way from first on a gap shot off the bat of Kyle 80. 80 would then score easily on an RBI single from Pace, at the time giving the Pacifics a 3-run lead. Then the Stompers charged back for 2 in the 8th, aided by an error by the Pacific's infield. With 2 outs, a pop-up high above the light standards that the Pacific's infielders just could not handle. Extending the inning, scoring a run. 1 more run would score when Monzo issued a bases-loaded walk. But then Bunda comes in, gets Yasuda on a broken back ground out, strikes out the side in the 9th, and locks down the save. What a game for the Pacifics. The Marin Auto Glass drive of the game, I think, goes to Kyle 80. That double into the gap, a huge play, and gave the Pacifics. Did not end up being the winning run, but the loudest hit of the game, and an impressive swing of the bat from the rookie outfielder. And then the Michael Sourdough player of the game, I think you can have a couple of contributors here. Mike McClellan, 2 hits in 3 trips today. Ricky Gingras, couple of hits as well. Kyle 80. Pair of RBIs for him in his 2 at-bats. J.R. Bunda, I believe, would deserve a nod. Coming in with the bases loaded, tying run at third in the 8th inning, and then retiring the only 4 men he sees. So final totals for you tonight for the Stompers. They have 4 runs on 8 hits. They commit 3 errors. And Sonoma strands 9 men on base. The Pacifics 5 runs on the same 8 hits. They commit 2 errors. And San Rafael leaves 5. The winning pitcher is Celson Polanco, who is 4-3 this season. The loser will be Conroy, who falls to 4-2. The save Bunda. And that is his league-leading 8th save of the season. Time of the game was 2 hours and 55 minutes. Paid attendance, 397 fans here at Albert Park.